Hi everybody, welcome back to Monster of the Week on QueueTimes. I am your keeper, Sam Richardson, and this is my wonderful cast.
Hi, that's us.
Hello.
Hello.
Right off the bat, I want to get some thank yous out of the way. So, of course, thank you to QueueTimes, who are hosting this stream, specifically Indigo Krug and TS Quint. Without them, this stream would not exist. We wouldn't have a space to stream in. And they wouldn't have. I wouldn't be able to put my weird, crazy ideas out into the world. And I appreciate that I have a venue for that. Venue for that. Venue. Also, thank you to Evil Hat Productions for making Monster of the Week, and more specifically, Michael Sands. If you want to know more about kind of the game itself and how it came to be and stuff like that, there is an interview that we actually did with Michael Sands up on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel in the Monster of the Week playlist. So you can go check that out and kind of get a more behind-the-scenes peek into what building the game was like. And last but not least, I want to thank Wojciech Goldzewski, who is the composer whose music inspired a lot of the writing that I have done on this show so far. If you like kind of the vibe of this show, the kind of tense, tight horror and electronic-inspired music, you might want to go check him out. His music is on Spotify. Cool. If this is your first time watching Monster of the Week, we are currently in arc number 3 out of 5. That does not mean that you can't watch this show. In fact, if you're looking for a jumping in point, now would be a great time. We're at the very beginning of an arc, so there is obviously some stuff that has built up to this, but each arc is semi-self-contained. Yeah, and so there should be enough here for you to grab onto, and you won't feel too lost. That being said, if you do like this show, if you like the creepy crawlies that tingle up your spine, there is more of it. We have 2 full arcs already on YouTube, on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. They are Arc 1, The Dirge, which is set in sort of a spooky haunted hotel, and it's where our hunters first met. And then we have Geringer, which is set in a small town somewhere in the Midwest, where corn is growing in February. This arc is called Silky and the Solutions. Cool. Without further ado, Jonas, do you want to start us off with your introduction and a little bit about your character?
I would love to. I am, as Sam said, Jonas of Newhouse, and I am him, playing Henrietta Sam, the Selkie, she, her. Selkies, if you don't know, are seals that can transform into humans. They have like a human skin suit that they can sort of shift in and out of. Henrietta has since adopted sort of intangibility, I guess, through water, so she shapeshifts by becoming a pool and then forming back as herself, and has other magical abilities and a large sword. She, in human form, is large, bald, and beautiful.
Hi, I'm William, they, them, and I am playing and have been playing Keely, she, her, and she is the expert playbook for Monster of the Week. And basically, she dresses kind of androgynous, sort of like how I appear now. And she spent pretty much her whole life studying and being interested in mythology and the mythos behind creatures and monsters and things that are mysterious but might not have real world like applications, and then discovered that those things do have real world applications and they do exist, and she's found herself in the middle of all of it.
Yeah, and I'm Sam, she, her, and I'm playing Maggie, the spell slinger. Thank you, playbook. I'm really bad at this, I'm so sorry. But Maggie's really cool because she's, first of all, kind of a goth. And she forgot all of her memories from her coven, which is kind of sad. But she also can talk to corn, which is pretty cool. So,
one corn. She's talking to one specific corn.
Yeah. So we love Maggie is the point.
Yes.
And I'm happy to be here.
She's also cool because the improvement that you picked up between arcs was +1 cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's your cool at now?
1.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
So, a couple of things, just as a reminder that the hunters are going to be trying to do over the course of this mystery. They're going to act like they are the hero in the story, because they are. They're going to make their own destiny. They're going to find the damn monsters and stop them, and they're going to play their hunter like they are a real person. There are, I believe, is it 5 or 6? It's 5 main traits that each hunter has. They are charm, cool, sharp, tough, and weird, and those affect the moves that they can do within the game. Cool. Without further ado, I have some setup that I would like to read for Silky and the Solutions. So, sit tight. Herbert Clemens became Silky in the parking lot of an abandoned CVS on the outskirts of Denver, Colorado. He had just finished playing a show with his band Faux Fish Fingers inside the empty aisles of the drugstore. It had been a small show. Only a couple dozen people had shown up, coordinated through pay-by-the-letter text messages and hand-printed flyers at all the local bars. His mom had been there, at the back, shuffling uncomfortably amongst the crowd of bewitched 20-somethings as they danced in what was once an aisle for greeting cards. Herbert had stumbled through a couple of covers, still desperately searching for wherever he had dropped his groove, and had abruptly arrived at the space in the set where original songs belonged. The last measure of his last cover faded to silence, and the gathered crowd looked up at him expectantly. The lights were too bright, harsh work lamps someone had stolen from their uncle's construction company, and the strings of his guitar were greasy with sweat. The stage was makeshift, assembled out of wooden delivery pallets, and vaguely sticky in a way Herbert couldn't place. The air was heavy around his shoulders, wrapping up too tightly around him, squeezing. He could feel the eyes, even as few as there were, watching every subtle move he made. He felt them ride the rise and fall of his chest as he breathed. They were mumbling now. Was something wrong? Who was this kid? And he could feel the pressure beginning to crush him. He raised his head to meet the crowd's hungry, wild eyes, and his gaze landed on a young, attractive British boy with a black leather jacket and a hand cupped around his mouth. "Play us some of your shit!" Herbert's hand quivered with an unexpected burst of electricity. Suddenly, he was playing notes, feeling the sound move down his fingers and out of him into the ancient, buzzing speakers above a pile of abandoned knee braces and expired vitamins. He roared out the first line of lyrics, and the crowd roared right back. Herbert felt that moment spread out over an eternity, and he closed his eyes to drink in every last drop of fiery energy, tears pressing out the sides of his eyes and spilling carefully gauche eyeliner down his cheeks. It was everything he'd ever wanted. People mobbed the stage after the show, led by the boy in the black leather jacket, who pulled Herbert down a darkened aisle with nothing on the shelves but graffiti, around a corner and out an emergency exit door. "You've got it, mate," he said, through a cloud of cigarette smoke, the sodium streetlights making his eyes twinkle golden behind layers of mascara. "The way you move, I've never seen it. You're silky smooth. What's your name? Can I buy you a drink?" Yeah, Herbert said after a pause. His focus was lost somewhere on the long road between the misshapen stage behind him and the bed of the stranger with the twinkling eyes. "I'm Silky. I'd love a drink." Silky and the Solutions peaked in the summer of 2005. The height of their fame coincided with the release of their very first album, an indie punk rock hit called The Dreamscape, which climbed the charts so quickly that Herbert was still rubbing sleep from his eyes as the invisible hand of the market ushered him into the plush interior of the 1%. The ensuing year was exactly as Herbert had always dreamed it would be from the basement of his parents' modest suburban home. Glitzy rooftop shows, festival circuits, a bus with his name on it, and meetings with all the top brass. He had his pick of a litter of record deals, platinum re-releases, private jet flights, and illicit drugs, which he sampled but decided weren't for him. More than anything, he had love in seemingly endless supply. The people who came to his shows, the same ones who had lashed him with their words in high school or written him off with a combination of disgust and pity, even the ones that had never even known of his existence at all, suddenly they all loved him. They all wanted to be his friend, to see his shows, to get tickets for their girlfriends. He lavished in it all, taking a running leap into a crowd-surfing extravaganza of pure, unfiltered, uncut adoration. That was the good stuff, the hard stuff, the stuff that made him itchy when he couldn't get enough. It was the kind of attention, if you're not careful, that fucks you up forever. It was the best year of his life. It was a show in New York in the winter of 2011 that broke through the veneer. Silky wrapped his set to thundering applause and stepped out onto the balcony, lit from behind by a marquee with letters taller than he was. He lorded over the venue, king as far as he was aware, and watched as his subjects spilled out onto the curb. Cocooned in the warm glow of satisfaction, he prepared to make his way back inside when he happened to catch the booming laughter from the alley on the side of the building. He stopped. At this point, he was as finely trained as any bloodhound. He could sense a setup to stroke his ego from 30 paces. He moved quietly to the edge, leaning conspiratorially on a rusted fire escape. Yeah, man, I know. Can you believe it? What happened to them? No clue. Seems like their lead's a bit, I can't believe they're still playing Dreamscape. Not even a single since 2005. Remember when they used to be good? Of course I remember. I was there. Silky collapsed onto the rail, desperately trying to prevent his eyes from landing on the outline of a familiar black leather jacket, just visible against the night. Deep, raucous laughter echoed up from the bricks below, sending a wave of nausea up his spine and into the back of his throat. He would have recognized that laugh anywhere. It was the same one that had cooed into his ear a long time ago, under the sodium gold lights of an empty drugstore. He told me his real name when I met him. Herbert Clemens. Can you believe that? The fire escape was cascading into the puddles of filth and grease before Silky knew what he was doing. He stepped off of it, not bothering to avoid the caked filth, and he saw the eyes that had twinkled for him, now twinkling for the opportunity to spill his secrets. Have you got something to say? He asked, his voice cracking and his eyes bloodshot. That got their attention, and the group of men turned to look at him bewildered. He could feel the post-show adrenaline in his system spiking, stoking his rage hotter and hotter until it rounded the corner into sudden, vacuous blackness. The man in the black leather jacket didn't look surprised to see him there. He took a step forward unsteadily and pointed at Silky through a fistful of cheap beer and casual hatred. Well, hey there. Come back for another kiss? You're a cunt. I'm a what? I paid for your show. Fuck you. I did all of this for you. The name, the swagger, all of it. I gave it to you in Denver. And look what you've done with it. You're destined for Friday night karaoke, mate. No, not even that. Tuesday night karaoke. You're a has-been, Herbert. Before he knew what he was doing, Herbert was crushing the other man's windpipe, digging his fake black nails into the soft meat at the front of his throat and ripping, pulling, twisting, screaming, spittle flying at him, his eyes bulging with veins full of blistering rage. Herbert roared, and he kept roaring as the other men ripped him off the bloody, choking figure. He roared as they kicked him in the stomach, roared as they smacked his head into the pavement, and roared as he lost his front left canine to a kick. He roared as they left him behind, and he roared as he faded into unconsciousness. The last echoes of his roars on the ancient brick walls of the city slowly became the hollow, ringing sobs of loss. It was agreed that it was best to cancel the rest of the tour. The lawsuit would be quickly and quietly settled, and Silky would be checked into the finest Malibu anger management rehab. But many sensed a sinking ship, and when all was said and done, the world's greatest flash in the pan ended up in the 51st finest. Everyone who stuck around agreed that would have to do. His other bandmates tried to protect him and his money, reassuring him that they were waiting for the day when the doctors signed off on his next performance. But even they couldn't plug all the holes in his finances. They visited whenever they could. It was never meant to be hurtful, but each pleasant arrival of an old friend only cemented how far he had fallen. Each one felt like another in a long line of people, paying respects to the lifeless body of a former rock star, at the funeral his career had become. What happened to Silky and the Solutions? Didn't you hear? It's Herbert now. Come back for another kiss? How could they do this? How could they leave him like this, alone, empty? He wasn't a has-been. He was loved. The twinkling eyes had told him so. It was Herbert Clemens that emerged from that rehab center when he finally left, and the first thing Herbert did was go for a drink. The bar was underlit, full of sizzling neon, sticky floors, and the acrid smell of cigarette smoke from long before there were smoking laws. A couple played a game of darts, and the blue-collar crowd filled out the booths. No one sat at the bar until Herbert tossed a handful of crushed bills onto the lacquered countertop. Give me shots. One of everything. He was on his 8th when the stool behind him creaked. He didn't notice until the man had spoken, and he was too drunk by then to hear the opening line. I don't do autographs. I said, can I buy you a drink? Herbert raised his tousled eyes to a man around his age, dressed in a rumpled button-up that had given up its hope of being a professional years ago, and carrying a briefcase emblazoned with a logo for VacuCon 1999. No. I heard you're looking for something. Fuck off. You don't want me to leave, Silky. I don't think you heard me. I said fuck off. The Dreamscape is my favorite album. I think you're a genius. I wish more people could see you like I do. You deserve better than this. He gestured to the bar around them. Herbert tossed back another shot, throwing the glass over his shoulder to its death. People hate me. They loved you once. What if I told you I could fix it? Put everything the right way up? I'd tell you to, yes, fuck off. The man swung his briefcase onto the counter, undoing the latches in one slick move and tilting the contents for Herbert to see. But what if I was telling the truth? Could you forgive yourself for not listening? Herbert stared into the briefcase. One show, the man with the briefcase said. One show, and they'll love you again. I promise. One show? Said Herbert. The first thing Silky did after getting out of rehab was book a show. When the owner of the Hades, a small suburban theater in Denver, walked into their office to see Silky sitting there, they about swallowed their tongue. There were brief negotiations. Silky set all the terms. Promised he wasn't only going to play the Dreamscape, he wanted to debut something new. The owner nodded along numbly, signing whatever Silky's representative said in front of them, and going pale when they saw the number of zeros at the end of the check. One last thing, Silky murmured as they began to wrap up. He leaned forward and pulled his sunglasses down to the bridge of his nose in that very rock star way. Anything you need, the owner said, and they hoped Silky couldn't hear the desperation in their voice. On this piece of paper is a name and an address. He needs to be at the show. If he's not there, we don't play. Silky stood with a flourish, dropping the piece of monogrammed paper onto the desk and whisking his entourage out the door. The owner scrambled to their feet. Wait! How am I supposed to get him here? But Silky didn't even hear them speak. He wasn't here, stepping down a tight staircase at a theater in Denver. He was far, far away, lost somewhere on the long road between the present moment and the familiar arms of a stranger with twinkling eyes and a black leather jacket. It is April, and we see a familiar pest control van pull up to the front of a small suburban theater on the outskirts of Denver. Do you three want to tell me how you got here? What you've been up to?
Well, clearly we got here in the van, the pest control van.
Yeah. Well, we've just been driving town to town. It's been 2 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been 2 months. Yeah. So we've taken care of a couple of things in the interim.
Yes.
We
Had a couple hunts of our own.
encountered some pixies, some
Yes.
evil little pixies that were attacking and destroying a butterfly keep.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible.
It was
Yeah.
it was
awful.
sincerely horrible.
A
and-
bad thing to do, so we stopped it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
We
we
found
stopped
the
it.
monsters and stopped them.
Good job.
And then we also encountered what was believed to be a monster. It was like running a bunch of people out of town or like off of this land. And it felt very Scooby-Doo to us. And with some poking and some prodding, we did also discover that was in fact a Scooby-Doo type mystery. It was just
an old
just
man
an
in a
old
suit.
man in a suit
So
Yeah.
man,
who just wanted the land and
Yeah.
wanted to get people off of it.
man, I nearly killed him.
Yeah,
But I didn't.
Good for you.
yeah.
I didn't.
Didn't.
No. Turned his
Gross.
legs to corn, but
Yep.
His
Which he
legs
can
to
talk to.
corn?
Well, she
He's
wanted
so-
to be able to talk to his legs.
Oh my god.
No,
We still got-
no.
Okay.
No, that's not canonical, that one.
all right, fine. I get to do jokes, don't I?
I don't think she has access to polymorph yet.
I
Especially
don't.
not focused polymorph.
That's
yet.
okay, fine, whatever. Well, it could be a glitch. You could have been trying to blow his legs
That's
off.
true. It could have been
And instead,
a
you
glitch.
just turn him into
Okay,
corn.
canon again. The legs are corn.
All
The
right,
legs are
that's
corn.
fair.
There's an old man
All right.
His legs are corn.
whose legs are corn.
Okay.
The old
Cool.
man whose legs were corn.
Cool. Keely.
Really?
I do want to say when the pest control van pulls up,
Yeah.
you know those little things that decals that people put on the back of the window that has like their family.
Uh-huh.
So there's a new one on there that has a person with one arm and an eye patch. There's a person who looks like they don't want to be there. There's a slightly larger person with a cane, and there's like a creature. But like the decal is also a person, and it was like ripped in half, and like they were put together.
Aw.
And that's all. We have that on the back. It looks like a family. They're all holding hands.
That's
Cute.
very cute.
Awesome.
Keely, I want to know if you have done any more investigation on those the Anglerhound pills or whatever they were.
Yeah, I absolutely would have been looking into that.
Cool.
Because we took them.
Do you want to roll me investigate a
Sure.
mystery?
I can investigate a mystery right
Cool.
off the bat. Here, right off the top.
Yeah.
Why not?
Roll well.
Why not? Let's start us off good. Yep.
Oh.
That's gonna be 12.
Cool. So
Mystery investigator.
on a 12 for investigate a mystery, you hold 2. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
I suppose what is being concealed here is my first question.
That's an excellent choice.
Okay.
You
I
have
don't know where your other page is. No, this is my character sheet. You took my book.
I didn't
You
take
took my
your book.
moose.
No, there must be another
yeah?
one.
Then
Is it
where
underneath
was-
your?
It is
tray?
underneath your thing.
Well, don't take it this time.
Cool. So here's what I will give you for looking for concealed things. Does Keely own a magnifying glass
Yes.
or something?
Of
Okay,
course.
magnifying glass. Cool.
Mhm.
When you looked at these little white pills, there is a tiny. Have you ever seen those things? They do them at fairs and stuff sometimes, where they will like ingrain a piece of rice.
Oh,
with
yes.
like a name or something, whatever.
Uh-huh.
You tell them your name and they do that. It looks like that, but there's a tiny symbol that is engraved into the outside of each one of these little pills. It looks like a stamp or
Is
something.
it? Oh, okay. So it's the same symbol on each one.
Yes.
Okay.
It is with a 12. I'm going to tell you, it is a symbol that you find very familiar because it's a symbol that you saw on a couple printed out tickets
Oh.
that
Oh,
you
yeah, they were in
encountered
the van.
just before arriving to Garinger.
Marty had those, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Marty did in fact have those. Okay. Then my second question is to be, what can it do?
Cool. I think you would know this from the arc and with a little bit of experimentation. Leaving one of these things in water for it seems to take about 3 days will birth an anglerhound.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I will keep those away from Henrietta.
Cool.
If it's in your pocket and you
Sure.
go in some water and it falls out, we're gonna
Yeah.
have an anglerhound problem. That's all
Well,
I'm trying
you
to
don't have to worry. Henrietta doesn't have pockets.
She has her luggage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just how big of an anglerhound does it make?
Well,
when it comes out?
they grow.
Right.
So originally the anglerhound is like this big.
Okay.
It's like would fit in a sink big,
Cute.
like kitten size ish,
Mhm.
except horrifying.
Sure.
Kitten, but horrifying.
Mm-hmm. Horrifying kitten. Gotcha,
Horrifying
gotcha,
kitten or
gotcha.
puppy, I guess, is more appropriate since it's an anglerhound.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Angler pup.
Like
Angler
a
pup.
chihuahua.
There you go. Yes,
Mhm.
but it will. I don't know if you had how much experimentation you did with that.
I think I put it in some water because that's how we found it. Like one of the pills, we found it in some water. I think I put it in some water, and then as soon as I noticed that it was growing into what was an anglerhound, I was like, no.
It was like the teeth developing first, and you were like, oh fuck! Like
yeah, I picked it up by the tiny little scruff. If it's still like sort of a tadpole, and I'm like, I'm just gonna kill that.
Yep.
Okay.
Was that you taking the shot? Yep.
Yeah, that was me blasting.
Goodbye.
The tiny one.
Cool. Yeah. Maggie, have you done any more investigation into that memory that you remembered of the woman in the forest?
I don't know how I could do any investigation. Oh wait, I do.
Okay.
Because I would be going onto my old Tumblr account
Oh.
Interesting.
and looking through my archives.
Okay.
So this is something we established off screen. Maggie procured a phone.
I did.
From one of the interim hunts and is now on Tumblr or logged back into Tumblr rather.
It's really not the same as it used to be, but
It's true. Yeah.
Less tatas.
marginally.
less
Am I
female
right?
presenting nipples.
Wow.
Yeah, what is Maggie's Tumblr like? Do you want to tell us about that a little?
Wait,
Was it?
Wait,
How
what's
much
the
of
URL?
it
I'm gonna go
was?
check it out. Is it maggieisawitch.blogspot.com?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, her Tumblr's on Blogspot.
It was
It's,
blogspot.tumblr.com.
a black and white aesthetic.
Cool.
Of course.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, do you want to roll investigate a mystery?
Sure.
Great.
Salmon.
7. Okay. So hold 1.
Okay. I don't know.
Where
What
did
is
it
being
go?
concealed here?
Where did it go? Your memories.
Yeah, right.
What was it going to do?
What is it in this
There-
situation?
Well,
Where'd it go?
I will give you this. As a spell slinger, I think you recognize magic pretty readily.
Mm-hmm.
So after logging onto this Tumblr and kind of scrolling back through, I don't know. Do you have pictures of your family or anything on there?
Probably not. Okay, well, they're very aesthetic photos.
Sure,
So
okay.
there's not any like full face shots
Uh-huh.
or anything, but very, like I could tell that I had a family.
Cool.
Mhm.
Probably.
So you recognize that there were other people
Yeah.
on. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think you would start like trying to figure out what had happened there, and you would very quickly come to the conclusion that you have been cursed.
Interesting.
Yes, it is a particularly powerful curse
Mm.
caused by the events that transpired in the first arc. But yes, you have been significantly cursed.
Okay.
Cool. Henrietta,
Mm-hmm.
what have you been up to? Have you been stopping at every pool?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, stopping at quite a few pools. Though Henrietta hasn't been in Garinger. It was sort of hard for her because she hadn't been in a body of water really for a while, and it wasn't a good one in Garinger.
Sure.
But now that she can teleport to places she knows well, or that she's visited before, even she's been spending her nights in the ocean where she was before she joined up with us, and has been spending some of that time working on sort of fortifying and I guess decorating a cave that she has found on one of these late night excursions. I guess.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
she's been building a little apartment in an ocean cave somewhere.
Cool. Okay. Is that somewhere we've talked about it being in the?
It's somewhere off the coast of Scotland, but even she's not totally sure where, because she just went to a spot in the ocean she knew, which could have been any spot in the ocean, and then she just wandered and ended up finding this cave system and this sweet little spot.
Very cool. has Henrietta done any more investigating of her sword?
I would say so. I mean, as like she's been getting more powers and knowing this sword feels like connected to her in some way, I think she wants to see if she can figure out more about it.
Cool. Do you want to roll me investigate a mystery?
Mystery? I think so. I think that's what I'd like to do. That's plus sharp, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. I rolled a 10 plus 0.
Okay. Yeah, on a 10 plus, hold 2.
Okay. What sort of creature is it? Maybe. Okay, what can it do?
Okay. The sword, from what you have been able to determine over the last few months, seems to still have... It is definitely pulling you towards the Pacific Ocean.
Which is west, right?
Which is west,
okay.
Yeah. And it almost feels like sometimes it vibrates in a way that could be some sort of communication or some sort of like... It seems... Henrietta's from the ocean, so something that she might compare it to would be whale song.
Okay.
And it seems to sort of do that. The closer you get to the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the more it has seemed to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it seems like there's a familial connection between the sword and the Pacific Ocean.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Henrietta, something you can do with magic is communicate with an object. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
As you would have known from watching me talk to Corn.
Can I? Okay, I don't really feel like any of the questions super apply. Can I use a hold, since I've done magic, to try to do exactly that?
Yes, I'm going to make you roll for it, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll to use magic, which is plus weird?
Yes. I will give you +1 because...
Good, thanks for that.
Yeah.
That's, then that is still just a 6.
Oh, no.
2 plus 3
oh,
plus
shit,
1. I rolled the same guys.
Oh my god, I forgot
so
you have a +3
2 plus
weird.
3 plus 1.
A 6. Okay,
Yep,
yeah.
I'm not going to burn a luck point on this, but I am going to level up.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Okay, let's talk about that real quick too before we... I can't believe you've done this.
I had succeeded on a roll and you told me to roll again.
That's true. I did this to myself.
You're in jail now, Dice.
I'm in jail now for letting you level up. Okay, so let's talk about that. But really briefly, I want to talk about what happens when you try to cast that spell. I think the sword seems to not want you to communicate with it. It feels like it is like... You know this sword very well.
Yeah, I feel like we're friends.
It has been with you. I don't know how
3 years ish.
3 years. Okay.
No, longer than that. Yeah, because I took this from like I had this from home.
Yes.
Yeah. This I've had this for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
For centuries.
It feels like you and the sword are like close friends. This feels like when close friends are keeping secrets from one another.
Well, I tried it, but now my feelings are just hurt. But I know how to finish my cave.
Oh? What are you gonna do?
Magic.
What kind of magic?
Well, if I could explain it, it wouldn't be magic.
I can explain every bit of magic I can do.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
But we're different people.
That's
My magic is instinct. I have a sense of how to do it.
I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
Heart, winky face, dancing woman,
Ooh.
sand. Me and Sheilin really got something going on right now.
I can tell.
I want you to know, you have seen it several times, especially right after you send a message like that, the little like messaging icon pop up, like someone is writing something, but you have never received a message back from Sheilin.
Can I say I've done this a couple times? I want to pop over to Sheilin and just like see if he's reading it and see what his reaction is. I'd like him to not see me if possible. So.
Okay, yes.
Oh, I have an idea. How about you make him roll for it?
I don't.
No.
I know him well.
Okay, yes. You have seen Sheilin several times, just like once it was just like Sheilin in the bathroom, and then another time it was like Sheilin was like interviewing like a victim of this like horrible monster crime, and you were like, hey, did you read the...
Yeah, I'm just like peeking, just looking. I don't want to.
Henrietta, please.
Sorry, I'm not. Don't know. It's fine. I'm just gonna go back.
Okay.
I'm just looking.
Yeah,
He did have his phone out, and he clearly read the text.
Cool.
Though.
You've been left on red.
Hey, that's all right. You know, some of the best books have been left on red. You know what I mean? Hey.
Jesus.
Bang,
Okay.
bang.
I have one last question for the three of you. Is one of you a fan of Silky and the Solutions?
I did want to say, I'm aware, very aware of Silky and the Solutions. I think I was a big fan, and then found out that I was a fan of them for a while. Young, didn't look into the band at all, and then someone was like, "Oh, you know, the lead singer killed a dude," and I think then I was like, "Fuck this band."
You would know he didn't die.
Oh, okay, all right.
But he did
Severely.
get
attacked a
Yes.
person.
Yeah.
I don't think Henrietta's a fan, but she has heard them because the sailor's son was a fan and listened to them quite a bit. So
Interesting.
She's maybe gonna recognize some songs. But
Okay.
What kind of music is it?
It's punk rock.
Oh, then yeah.
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 Okay.
hell yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, when you go to her Tumblr page, it's one of the songs that plays in the background. Yeah, you have one of those pages that plays a song.
It was a
Dreamscape.
It's when we
Tell
can't
me-
find the pause
Hey,
button.
You're like,
God.
shut this off.
Hey Maggie, tell me what the song was called.
That was on my Tumblr.
Mhm.
I
I can tell you if it was off the
Hex
album
Girls.
The Dreamscape.
Yes. Oh no, the pressure.
And it can be anything at all.
Nightmare in the Clouds.
Nightmare in the Clouds. I love that.
Solutions. I'm into it.
Okay, cool. So the three of you plus Martin, who is someone that has been journeying with you for the last couple arcs, and the person whose van this is, are on your way through Colorado. You are just sort of driving west. You weren't even planning on going to Denver.
I'm driving. Yeah.
Keely's driving? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on Tumblr, so.
And you happen to pull up alongside a car.
Are we at like a stoplight or something?
Yeah, it is just some kind of happenstance thing. Does someone want to roll me something?
I can.
Like maybe
I
read...
think I'd be paying the most attention because I'm driving.
Cool. Maybe read a bad situation?
Can do.
Okay.
It's probably, is that plus sharp?
It's plus sharp. You crushed it.
13?
13 will work. Yeah, on a 10 plus, hold 3. What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed yet? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? And what's the best way to protect the victims?
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed yet?
You look over to the car that is idling next to you. It is not anything particularly out of the ordinary. It is nothing. It's not a car you would have normally noticed. But you happen to glance over, and you recognize the person driving. It's Henry Sweezel,
I knew it.
What?
I knew it.
who was...
He's from the first arc.
Yes.
He
He
was
was-
the fuckboy from
But
Vacuum
hold
Con.
on. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The vacuum con.
Yeah.
He was another person staying at the Dirge.
Yeah.
Who sort of gave off kind of a creepy vibe.
Well, we alluded that we were having an all-woman orgy, and he was like, "Can I get in on that?"
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, were you fucking listening?
He
Henry from Vacuum Con.
he seems to be alive and well, despite what you heard about there being very few survivors of the collapse of the
He's
hotel.
one of them, I guess. Or he left early.
I give 3.
Mhm.
What's the biggest threat? I guess.
Cool. Keely, you have a burgeoning sense of magic, of knowing, of understanding the world of magic.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, there is a something in the trunk of his car that is like you are unable to let it go. Like it is sort of like an invasive thought about like what is in the trunk of that car.
Cool. And then I guess, what's most vulnerable to me? Because I've already decided. Well, has Henry noticed us?
He doesn't appear to. He's like humming along to some song that is playing in his car.
Cool. Then I'm gonna kind of like duck my head to the side.
Okay.
And whoever's would his vehicle be off to the right of us, off to the left of us?
He is off to the left of you.
Off to the left. Okay, so I'm turning to the side. I don't have to worry about anybody else turning away right now. And I've already decided I'm gonna start like tailing Henry Sweezel.
Okay.
Like,
Cool.
Yeah, so what is most vulnerable to you? You get the sense it would not be a good idea to let him know that you are tailing him.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. Hey, everybody in the vehicle, just keep your heads kind of turned a little, like just cocked a little bit to the right. Y'all remember Henry Sweezel?
Yeah.
From the Dirge?
The vacuum boy.
Martin, are you kidding me?
I wasn't at the Dirge very long.
Yeah.
I think you were there longer than us. Though.
Well,
Longer than...
no, we were all there.
Oh, but he was
same
unconscious.
Okay.
A lot of that time.
Well, I suppose. Well, I guess maybe I was the one who would know the most because I was there for a very long time.
That is true. You did.
So it's a good thing that I was the one to know. All right. Sorry. Hold on. This is a really long line.
Do you miss him?
No.
If he's still alive, I might be able to take you to him.
Don't. Well, no need. Henry Sweezel's in the car right next to us.
Oh shit!
Nobody look.
Martin immediately looks out the window.
I said nobody. I'm gonna punch Martin in the face.
It's a good thing this is not Kids on
I
Bikes.
know.
Oh, he's like, fuck! Oh my god!
Keep it down. Oh my god.
Ouch!
There's something magic in the trunk, and I'm getting a weird vibe. All right.
Well,
do you want me to get into his trunk?
Martin starts like
Hold on, Martin.
smiling.
Don't you dare think this is part of your destiny. This is all happenstance coincidence.
And is that how we ended up at the butterfly house too?
Well, okay, we were just passing through. I heard there was mass gardens. I chose that.
Butterflies are never a coincidence, I have to say.
This isn't. Okay, Martin, this isn't something.
Are you writing that down?
Listen, I don't know, Keely. Maybe he's right. We keep running into things.
Yeah, we keep running into things because, like, no. Okay, here's why. Here's why what's happening. Before we ran into Martin,
yeah,
we weren't really noticing a whole lot of stuff. We weren't encountering a lot of things. I didn't even know none of this existed, right? Sure. But now that we're more aware of it, we're just more perceptive of it. It's probably already happening all around us. This monster stuff's probably happening in almost every single frickin' town and every place we're gonna go. And Martin's getting to ride this cool wave because I'm sure it was happening before you knew you was the chosen one, which you're not.
Or it's fate.
Yeah, maybe it's fate.
Okay, because it can't be fate. It can't be fate.
It could be God. We haven't really discussed this much, but it could be God. I've heard.
There's probably gods.
Sure.
I don't know if there is a god.
I mean, if there are any of them, maybe they chose you.
If there's any of them, there's at least one.
Yeah,
that's true.
Could be.
This is fucked up.
Do you want me to go into his trunk? I can go very fast through things.
Oh, the light screen. Okay. I'm gonna
Martin, this
pull
looks
back
like
a little bit.
It's a picture of Elijah Wood.
You also have a note that says Martin looks like a young Elijah Wood because I have that written down. He is young Elijah.
Martin is like can't decide whether that's a compliment or not. Oh yeah.
He's cute.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard Elijah Wood and Daniel Radcliffe kind of look a little similar, so maybe you look kind of like Daniel Radcliffe as well. You know Harry Potter?
No.
Oh,
of course I know Harry Potter.
Well, because he was also the chosen one and all that sort of stuff. So
that's like the only thing I read in early high school.
Well, your bias is showing.
Well, is this a book I should read? I'm not.
Yeah, everyone's read it.
Of course you think
Okay.
you're the chosen one. You were a fucking teenage boy who read about Harry Potter. You kidding
And
me?
then
Was Star
someone
Wars
told
also
me.
your favorite?
Yeah,
and
do you
then
love Star Wars?
I
You need to go get some
yes,
freaking stuff
yes.
from Tashi Station.
I did love Star Wars. I don't understand what that has to do with this, but of course, yes.
Yeah.
These are stories of people like me.
Yep. All right.
Listen, if someone had come to you in high school and told you that you were the chosen one, you might have not believed them. But then when you killed a giant demon, do you think you would have believed them?
Well, first of all, how'd you get from point A to point D there, my friend? Because there was a little bit of at one point you had to be like, oh, you know what? I think I will get some training. Because did you go directly from not believing someone to just suddenly killing a demon god?
I mean, it was there was a couple years.
So
but-
you were like, oh, actually, this person came up and told me a cool thing that I wanted to hear, that I've seen presented in media my entire life about people who look exactly like me and who are exactly like me. Oh, cool, I'm the chosen one. I get to go fight a demon. And yeah, you went and did a thing, but you're no longer, this isn't your story anymore, Martin.
Keely, why are you always being mean to Martin lately? Maybe settle down a little bit.
I just prefer to think that I'm in charge of my own destiny, and I'm not.
Well, you totally can be, but Martin isn't, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
I
but if
don't
I'm
know.
caught up in Martin's destiny, then
think
I
you're
don't have a
little
choice.
Jealous.
the light has turned green, and Henry Sweezel is like halfway down the road.
I'm going. I'm giving a little distance now because I don't want that little freak to think we're following him.
So what's the deal with this guy?
So Henry at the Dirge when I was there, Henry was really kind of a creep the entire time I was there.
He's a fucked boy.
A little bit.
I'm surprised you know that word.
I'm not entirely sure what it means, but a fucked boy, I have read, okay, if I'm correct, it is a boy you don't like because,
Because he sucks.
right, exactly. So,
Yeah.
so if that is
Not what
true, then
that
that is what he
means.
is.
That
I mean, it's basically what it means, right?
I mean, that's
No, not exactly.
okay. Well, this is good. This is my first time trying to use it, so I've not used it correctly.
It's close. You know what? You did use it correctly,
Okay,
but
Okay.
also kind of incorrectly.
sure.
It-
I'll try again in a different
All right.
context, and I will double check reactions. then.
Usually, it implies that they like to sleep around and stuff.
Oh.
too.
and
They like
that's
to
why
play
people
with
don't like
people's
them.
hearts and stuff.
Oh no, that's
I
bad.
see that more of a they wish, like some of them for sure do.
Okay.
Have
Have you read about this?
Well, I think I've read your Tumblr. Yeah, I fanned it.
Oh no.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
But no, I mean like, okay, wait, hold on. Let's keep on. Okay, I will say this though. I do think that some of them absolutely do like mess around, play with hearts, that kind of thing, and that's sort of why people don't like them very much. But I think that you can also qualify as said fuckboy if you also desire that kind of thing, and that's the way you act. But like some of them, they don't get it. Nobody's gonna give it to them because they're right trash, and
What's that? Yeah.
They're fucked boys.
Yeah, but they act like they're players.
yeah, that's what I'm. Okay,
Oh,
yeah, I'm on that.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It is somebody who maybe you hate them because they do much of the fucking, but also they don't and they act like they do, and you hate them more for that.
Yeah, that's even worse.
It is
Yeah.
a bad boy with regards to sex.
So well, not all. It doesn't have to be. Oh God.
I'll understand.
You are pulling into the like suburbs of Denver. Like this is I don't know. Let me ask you. Have you been going through very many big cities over the last couple months?
I
mean,
don't think so.
Not more than
Okay.
we need to, I guess.
No.
Okay. Then this is probably the biggest city you've seen in a while. Like off in the
Cool.
distance you can
And
kind of
also
see
that
Denver.
fucking interstate that is like right next to like Denver and Boulder and stuff
Yeah.
Mhm.
is so huge.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
like a 10 lane.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's enormous and it freaks me out. Like the first time I ever drove it, William, was I was like going to the Red Rock Amphitheater to see Primus and the Flaming Lips
And Silky and the Solution.
and Silicon Solutions, and I had never driven like close to there before. All of a sudden, it like lanes start opening up on this freeway, and just like boom! Suddenly, there's like
Mm-hmm.
a billion lanes, and it's still packed to the brim with traffic, and I'm like, oh my god.
scary.
It's
Is that
horrifying.
is that how Keely is feeling too? Is that why she's sticking to
Yeah,
roads with streetlights?
Probably a little
Okay.
bit, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you continue to follow Henry for a little while. I don't think you have any trouble. He's not really paying attention to like look out for people following him.
Okay.
So I don't think he's like pulling any maneuvers that you would have to, counteract.
Also, I do want to tell
Yeah, should we do actually explain to Martin why it's concerning that we see Henry here.
because we think he should be dead. In fact, hey, you got your phone out right now, right, Maggie?
Yeah.
Can you they probably have like a list of the people who died in the dirge.
No, maybe.
You think you can look that up? See if or look at the obituaries from the paper the week after.
Sure.
Maggie, when you look that up, you definitely do find Henry Sweezel's name on it.
Oh. He's on the list, so.
All right.
So either that's not Henry or Henry's not dead. Or Henry is dead, and that's Henry.
So there's something in the
Or
trunk.
they didn't find his body and just assumed he was dead.
Do you think you can do a Google search for like a funeral?
Yeah, okay.
Or I'm sorry, the bygone search?
Yeah.
That's right, it's a bygone.
That's right.
It's bygone now.
The bygone search?
Right.
Henrietta, I would not want you to just like water warp into the trunk there, because there is something magical going on, and I would like to know what it is. But if it is dangerous and you get in there, I don't want nothing to happen to you. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
I understand.
What did you look for?
Funeral for Henry Sweezel.
It seemed it according to what you can't really find anything past like, oh, he was one of the people staying here and is supposed to have died.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I can't go on
The dark web. The
buy book.
okay. Okay.
Check for
The bisexual
his,
Facebook, I'm into it.
his page on there.
There are a couple of Henry Sweezels. There is someone with that looks similar to the person you met at the Dirge, but their account is private.
Okay.
I can go check out his grave if there is one, and just go down through the earth and into it and see if there is a body.
Well,
It's a little dark, but I could do it.
Yes.
Okay. So I go to the closest place in that town to the graveyard.
Okay.
Whatever I'm familiar with that I've been to. Because I don't think I've been to the graveyard, but I've been close to it.
There's probably a graveyard not too far from the hospital in Huntsville.
Sure.
So yeah, I think you arrive there.
I'm also gonna say I teleport in if I go to a building. It's in like a single bathroom stall that I've been to, so it's inconspicuous.
Okay.
So I don't want to appear on the
unless
screen
someone's in there.
True. Yeah.
Roll me a d6.
1.
There's no one in there.
Cool.
Oh
God.
I think you would figure this out fairly quickly. Henry Sweezel is not from Huntsville.
Sure.
He was staying at the hotel.
Right.
So if his body wouldn't be buried in Huntsville.
Right. Okay. I get there and I'm just like, I get to the bathroom and I'm just like, oh wait, and I'm gonna back to you guys. He probably wasn't buried in Huntsville.
All right, it is a hotel.
He was buried at VacuCon. That's where he was from.
What?
VacuCon.
Oh yeah. What is that like a thing he does?
I thought it was like a place he was from.
No, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't be buried there then.
Probably not.
No.
Well, whatever. You said I was pulling into a place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you're pulling into like the suburbs of Denver and kind of like following this car around, and you pull up. You see his car kind of go down an alley behind a building with a huge line in front of it, and it is what looks to be a music venue. There's big letters that say the Hades.
Hades.
The Hades?
The Hades.
Yeah. Is it like a venue name or like a band name?
That's the venue name.
Okay, cool.
Below that, on the marquee, you see Silky and the Solutions, One Night Only.
What?
Silky and the Solutions?
That's one of the few bands I can name.
Whoa.
Wait, is Silky here?
We gotta stop. We gotta go
Okay.
to that concert.
We have to.
Hold on.
I have to get an autograph.
I want to park like kind of like right up next to the alley and like look down it.
Okay.
Is the vehicle like stopping?
The vehicle has turned another corner. Like it looks like to go behind the building further.
Okay. Can I go through this alley? Would that be weird? Would I discern that would be weird?
It would. There's only one, like, real entrance in and out of this alley.
Okay.
So.
I won't. I'm gonna find the nearest place to park.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's like street parking, and if you go.
Street parking?
If you go.
Yeah. It ain't
Actually,
it
no.
ain't LA.
I take it back.
There's a concert. Yeah. so-
There's no street parking
Okay.
because
Yeah.
of the concert.
All right.
So you drive down the road a little bit, and there is sort of like a parking structure, with a attendant.
Okay.
That's it's $25. And
$25.
if you stay longer,
$25.
if you stay longer than 6 hours, it's more than that.
Oh, $25 for 6 hours.
Yep.
Okay, that's not actually bad.
Not too bad.
All right.
What time is the show?
Show?
The Silky and the Solutions
Starts at 8.
starts at 8.
And it's what time?
It's like 7.
Oh.
It starts in an hour.
Doors open at 8.
Right.
Yeah.
Doors
okay,
at 8.
But 6 hours would cover us for the show.
Y'all know you know if Silky and the Solutions got an opener?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember their name, but
Yeah, no one ever paid attention to that anyway. Silky and the Solutions, huh?
that's
Had
the one.
they been playing here before? I mean, recently?
I mean, do you keep up with the news? I don't think Silky and the Solutions have been playing anywhere.
Well, I know. That's why I'm confused. All right. Okay, fine. Hold on. I'm going to roll the window up.
Okay.
$25 is a lot of money.
Anybody got $25?
I don't have any
Yeah,
money.
Martin.
Oh, I might. Henrietta disappears and comes back with like $2 and just like loose change.
And it's wet.
It's wet. It's very wet. This will help.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That'll
You
help.
drop it like right in Martin's lap. He's
Yeah.
like, I grabbed a credit card.
You did?
When was it from the old dude who was
Well,
pretending
Maggie was
to be-
already taking his phone.
Oh, that's what that's from. Okay, I'm on board with that.
Call me out like that.
you stole his phone. I figured it was free games.
Yeah, listen,
was
I'm
a
not
very
arguing
bad
with
man.
you. You did a good job.
Well, here, pass it up. Yeah.
I wish I had taken something from him.
Well, you can't.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I know him well at this point. Henrietta pops back with a denim vest on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is where
I
she
love
gets
it.
Incredible.
Yeah. So I rolled the window back down. I'm like, all right, here you go.
Well, thank you. And she like runs it through and just hands it back to you.
Great. Martin,
Yes.
take the.
Oh,
card.
thank you. Sorry.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
We gotta make sure we don't like use that a lot, though, right?
Well, who cares?
Because like it's traceable.
Well,
Oh shit.
I
It's
like-
traceable?
Well, a card.
It
are
has
you
a-
kidding me?
It
Are you
will be
serious?
tracked to his name. Even I know that.
Well, but how?
Well, because he doesn't live here, and he doesn't have his card.
Oh no, no! Shut up! I
You
have
have
a
to
good
call
idea.
the bank.
Give me the card back.
Okay. He hands it back.
Henrietta.
Yeah.
Can you go to like 3 different very far apart locations and use this card to buy like a stick of gum?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Does it have to be a stick of gum?
No, you can buy whatever you want.
Henrietta disappears.
Okay. I'm so excited to see what you come back with. I'm so excited. So just hold on that for a
Okay,
moment.
cool.
I'll
write it down.
Yeah.
You pull into the. So good. You pull into the parking garage and find a spot, and then are you heading out?
Well, I guess.
It was
Sorry.
a lot. That was good.
Sorry. I thought I was done laughing, so I went to take a drink, and then I started laughing again. So I drowned myself a little bit.
Martin says, am I waiting in the car on this one or?
No.
Or you what? You can come with. I mean,
Do you know Silky and the Solution?
No. Hey William. So a power Keely has is suspicious mind, where
Yes.
she knows when people are lying.
yes.
Martin just lied.
I wouldn't have thought to ask. So, you don't know Silky and Solutions?
Nope.
All right.
Martin is like,
Boy.
like just staring straight ahead out the windshield.
I'm gonna lean over to Maggie. Yeah, that's a big old fib.
I can hear you.
I know.
Are you lying, Martin?
I don't know them. I like heard some songs, I guess, but like.
Is that still lying?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. Heard some songs, huh?
Mm.
Oh gosh, what's that one? Let's see if you know this one. It goes like
Nightmare in the Clouds.
You find her Tumblr?
She has a Tumblr?
I'm sorry. No. You know
Yeah, don't
do you know what a Tumblr is?
Is it like a glass that you drink alcohol?
It is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have one?
What do you think? This little one over here
That's fair.
drinking all the time?
Yeah, that's fair.
I haven't drank for a while.
I'm 6 months sober.
It's been 2 months. I'm 6 months sober.
Okay. Are you? So let
Martin,
me know.
you're lying. Okay, you're lying. You're a big liar.
I know.
Wait.
You know. I know. You know.
I know.
Is Nightmare in the Clouds your favorite song? Because it's my favorite song.
He just doesn't say anything.
All right, Martin. If
To know.
if it would please you, you are welcome to come along, so that we can all watch the redemption and reinvigorated career of this abuser.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did not everyone know about the fact that he attacked a fan and had to go to
Oh.
rehab for it?
What?
Are you serious?
Well,
No, I
maybe
didn't
he
know about
deserved
this.
it.
Maybe
Ever
the
think
fan
about that?
deserved it?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, that's not how I heard it.
Whoa.
Mm.
Can I
Henrietta?
come back?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Henrietta shows up. All she appears to be holding is a huge striped bass, dead, and a like what William just set down, a pint glass filled pretty much to the top with beer, which she hands to Maggie and says, "I thought you would want this. It's from Glasgow. I also got us all matching pairs of sunglasses," and she puts hers on and hands you all them. There's also one for Earl. Those are from Ohio, where I also got this, and it's a copy of Dreamscape.
On what? On CD?
On
or
CD.
Okay.
On CD, yeah. And then, and I got this big fish from Rhode Island, so that should cover us.
All right. Can I have the card back?
Oh, yeah. And she disappears and comes back with the card. Sorry, I set it down on a sink.
You cannot keep that fish in here.
Oh, no, I won't.
And we cut.
Yes,
Okay, so the four of you then are outside of the box office of the Hades.
Yes.
The line is literally wrapped around the block.
I wish I could walk through people.
Can't you?
No, everything but.
Before we left the van, I drank the glass of beer.
Okay, you weren't just walking around. Okay,
No, and
Cool.
I left it there.
But I did leave a pub in Glasgow with a pint in my hand,
Okay.
so.
So can we go up to the box office window, or do we have to go in the back of the line?
you can go up to the box office window, but they are currently busy talking to people at the front of the line.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. The people at the front of the line. Oh, so it is a line for the box office. Do these people have tickets already, or do we need to?
No, it seems like they're doing that thing of like exchanging tickets for like actual tickets, and then they're going in past the security.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Like, excuse me, sorry.
Get to the back of the line.
No, we don't have tickets yet. I'm looking for the window where you buy the tickets.
Yeah, we don't have tickets yet either.
Well, are there not two separate lines for that?
Some of us have tickets. It's not a good system. This theater is not built very well.
The Hades has been in doing stuff for so long, you'd think somebody would get something figured out.
The logistics are a nightmare.
I agree.
I like you.
I like you too. All right.
She's already talking to somebody.
Well, hey, we're not tied down, Sheila and I. So I just want to like lean. Okay, so you want to see this? Do you want to see them?
Yeah.
All right,
Why
I'm gonna
don't
go
you?
around the back. Right now,
Well,
just
I
to
could look
just
up
to see.
if there's tickets online.
That's right.
The
That would be
future.
great. That would be great. We are in the future.
There are no tickets online.
There are no tickets
there are,
online.
There are tickets on eBay for $10,000.
Here's a credit card. He was rich. I'm not.
Yeah, all right. How many tickets?
Are there 5 for us and Earl?
Am I carrying her? I'm not carrying her.
Here's the thing.
He's wearing the sunglasses, though,
Have you
right?
mentioned
You
Earl?
introduced the credit
Yeah,
card.
it's true. I did.
fair.
There are 3 tickets for sale on eBay.
Oh, well, we can't do that.
Yeah, do it. I don't want to see this band play. Don't worry about it.
I
don't want to see them without you.
No, I'll be around. Well, wait, hold on. All of us get tickets. Henrietta just.
Oh yeah, I don't need a ticket.
Yeah, just.
You just okay.
And
No, I'm kidding. No.
Okay.
No.
Let's do that.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right,
Charge
so
the credit card. Goes through.
3. Thank you very much.
all right, we probably can't do that much longer. They're probably on the verge of canceling that.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I bought something in Scotland.
That is amazing. All right. For right now,
Yes.
it might be better if there's less of us, but and Martin, you're probably not gonna be able to go just because you're a little slower than the rest of us are right now.
That's fair.
That's okay. I just want to sneak around the back to see if Henry Sweetsel's car is parked back there.
Oh.
I just want to see it because this is super weird that Silky and the Solutions are playing again for the first time and for forever. I mean, like since like 2005, was it?
Yeah, it's
2006.
2005. It was 2005.
2005 was Dreamscape. Wasn't
That's what it has. It's on the back of the
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It
kinda
was
mad.
yeah.
I'm kind of mad at myself that I
It was
know
like
this.
2000 something. We don't know exactly.
2005 was the last. They haven't put out a single since 2005.
Yeah. I want to. By the way, I realize we keep mentioning Earl, but we haven't mentioned exactly
God,
what Earl
yes.
is.
Oh, yes.
Earl is my stock of corn that I took from Garinger, and he just lives in the van, and I talk to him
He
sometimes.
speaks to. Yeah, mostly it's you talking to him. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's my confidant.
Martin says, Keely, I can go with you.
You have a tendency to lose your cool in stressful situations.
I do.
And by that I mean you roll plus cool to act under pressure, which this might be.
No, I roll plus sharp.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, cool. Henrietta still said
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but good.
Wait, were you speaking to Keely?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Right.
What about your foot?
I mean, it's not gonna stop me from going.
No, that's true. I mean, I'm just like I just want to be inconspicuous. I mean, really, just like myself. I just need to poke around and see if the car is here.
Well, he doesn't know Martin, so that might be better.
I'm not Henry. He doesn't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Henry might know Martin.
Oh.
That is true.
Because
Also, this might not be Henry. It might be someone who knows all of us. It might be that, no, I saw him. You know, the old man who pretended to be a monster. It isn't him, but, you know, it could be someone else.
Were his legs still corn?
Oh, that was canon. I didn't check. I went into his room and just, like, took his vest and left.
Okay.
He wasn't there.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I could go by myself, but I would be the most likely for him to recognize. So maybe somebody else should go by
I'll
themselves.
go.
You?
You have cool new sunglasses now to hide your identity.
I do.
Okay.
I'll go. I'm inconspicuous.
You got a good look at the car, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just go check that out, I suppose. And
Let's go, Martin.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So Martin and Maggie are headed around back down that alley.
I do want to point out to you.
Yes.
Martin counts as a hunter, right?
Yes.
Okay. When you were in the car, you asked me if you should stay in the car or not.
Yeah.
And I told you no, you can come along, and you did.
Yeah.
Can I mark your experience?
Yes.
Cool.
And you, I think, take +1 forward on what is about to happen because you're acting on their advice.
I'm not gonna keep track of that. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate you pointing it out. I'm not. There's too many things already.
Okay.
Do I get +1 forward because I'm doing what Keely told me to do?
No, because you
didn't
volunteered
ask
to
me.
go
I
do
volunteered.
it.
Yeah, we have to ask me for advice. I need to
Okay.
stop giving it out for
All
free.
right,
You
Okay.
freaking freeloaders.
So Keely and Henrietta.
It's us. Okay.
So you are standing in front of this box office. The line is it's literally
Oh,
all the way around the block.
Right before you go, though, I'll be like, can you forward me the email for the tickets?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I'll pull out my phone, and then I'll get in line, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah,
Are
cool.
you doing anything different?
I mean, well, different than normal in that now she's wearing a denim vest and sunglasses. But
Okay.
no, I mean, just trying to be inconspicuous and
Okay.
trying to look. Trying to look cool more than usual a little bit right now. Because like the one thing she understood about this band is they were a cool band 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That's how she perceived them at least. So like she wants to seem cool around
Cool.
these people.
Okay. Yeah. So there's sort of like a side door, like on the far end of this building. Like it's one of those doors that doesn't have a handle on the outside.
Oh.
And a woman walks up to the outside of it and raps on the door.
What's the exact knock?
It's Shaving a Biscuit.
Ah.
And it
Okay.
it opens, and she kind of like pokes her head around. She's a taller blonde woman, white, and she kind of says something to the man at the door, and he lets her inside.
Did it seem like he was standing right on the other side of the door before she knocked, or did he come to the door?
It took a second for the door to open, so you
Okay.
can probably presume he wasn't right behind the door.
Cool.
There are a couple other people like around you in line that have also just seen this happen.
I look at them and I was like, right.
There's one woman standing right in front of you, and she says, you say that, and she says, "Yeah, I wish I could get in.
We don't have a ticket?
No, I'm hoping for will call."
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to say I don't think that's very likely for you, and you likely will not get to see this particular show.
Oh, I don't give a shit about the show. I'm here to protest.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Oh, is it because the singer is
He's a
problematic?
piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he killed somebody, beat them up.
Yeah.
Near death or something?
Your dad?
Yeah. It was
Really?
rough. Like I'm aiming to make a fuss in the middle of a concert.
Oh,
Well,
great.
but the
Wait,
music is so good, and people are just here to enjoy it.
Hold on, Henrietta. And is everything this person is saying the truth?
As far as you know, yes.
Like,
They
Well-
have not said a lie so
cool.
far.
All right. How many of y'all are? Is this a solo mission, or are you teamed up with some people?
I mean, it's only me right now.
It's only you right now. You didn't. This isn't like an organized thing.
No, he's a piece of shit. I'm doing my part.
No, I feel you. I'm on board.
It's true. She's been kind of actually sorry to blow up your spot, but she's been talking about it the entire time we've been here.
Yeah?
Yeah. What was your name?
Henrietta.
I'm Susanna.
Susanna. Nice to meet you. And I put out my hand and shake Susanna's.
Hey, sick eye patch.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I like your hair.
thanks. And she kind of is just
Susanna.
like she's kind of, because she's standing right behind you in line, and so she just kind of is like not sure what to do next, and she just kind of is like twiddling her thumbs. We'll cut to Maggie and Martin.
Yes.
You round the corner of this alley, and it is a super weird sight. There is a tour bus backed up into the back part of this alley. It is like diagonal so that it will fit. And it looks like it took like 2 hours of maneuvering to get it even in there.
Yeah.
There is Henry's car, notably without Henry, is parked like against the wall, like so that he can get out if the without moving the tour bus.
Okay.
Oh, so what are we just breaking in, or?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna look around. Do I see anybody?
There's no one currently there.
I feel like we should, right?
Okay, I'll watch. I'll be
All I
lookout.
said
Alright.
was to make sure the car was there. I love this.
He kind of like goes to the mouth of the alley, and he's just kind of like he puts like he's like his back suddenly gets like really straight, and he's just like is looking very like gruff and enforcer. He's like, "I got this."
Sick. I'm gonna walk towards the van. Are there any doors?
On the
Like on that side of in the alley to the building?
yes, there is. There's a back door.
then perhaps. No, I've already said I'm gonna. So I'm gonna walk towards the van casually. Do a little.
Wait, the van. Do you mean
Sweezel's van?
It's not a van.
Look, it's a car.
Yeah,
Car.
it's just like a.
My
It's
bad.
like a Honda whatever.
Casual
Honda Civic.
walk
Sure.
towards the car. Whistle
Okay.
a little bit. Just take a little lean peek into the window of the car. Do I
Okay.
see anything?
There's like some wrappers and there's a couple what are they called? Hangers, like clothes hangers on the inside door. And there's like a sheaf of papers in a little manila folder kind of thing. But they look like, as far as you can tell, and they're kind of like spilling out of the folder a little bit, they just appear to be some kind of accounting or expense report or something.
I'm gonna do two things if possible.
Okay.
I want to open up my third eye
Okay.
so I can scan
Okay.
a little better.
Okay. So that is read a bad situation, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Oh god. All right.
What'd you roll?
I get experience.
Hey ho!
What'd you roll?
A 5.
5.
Darned.
Cool. Okay.
Cool. Red.
And your third eye does not open
Yeah.
on a 5. Cool.
That's cool.
What is the other thing you want to do?
So here's the thing. I want to go over to the back of the car.
Mm-hmm.
And previously in the last arc, I caused us a little bit of trouble because I melted the taillight.
Taillight, yeah.
I want to try to do that
Intentionally?
intentionally, but not the taillight. I want
Okay.
to do like the so I can pop the latch open.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Cool. Roll use magic.
Okay.
Fire!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
God! Well, that didn't work, did it?
What did you roll?
I rolled
Snake eyes.
snake
I've also
eyes.
rolled Snake Eyes this session for I think the first time in this game.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Cool. So I'm gonna take some action here.
Yeah, it makes
Hell
sense.
yeah.
Um,
Wait, can we cut back to us for just like a second?
Sure.
I'm texting Sheilin. Okay, cut back.
Okay. So two things happen nearly simultaneously.
Yeah.
Number one is the trunk of this car explodes.
No!
It just like
Boise.
below, like you cast magic against it, and just the metal like shreds outward into like this like it's just completely exploded. It looks like a piece of popcorn.
Uh-huh.
The second thing is someone steps out of the tour bus.
Oh god, yeah.
And is just staring at you. And he was like, you can't.
Did we hear the explosion? From the
Oh,
line?
yeah.
Okay,
Everyone in the line heard the explosion. You can't be. What the fuck?
It just happened.
No, I saw it happen.
I'm running. I'm off. Goodbye.
Okay.
Did I get a chance to see into the trunk, or is
You
it just?
did.
Okay.
You did get a chance to see into the trunk. There's nothing in there.
Cool. 'Cause yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm running.
Okay.
I want to ask Keely, should I go check that out? That could be
Yeah,
bad.
you definitely should.
I won't run as fast as I can.
Okay, good. Good.
And I run as fast, Sam, as most people can.
Okay.
Ah.
Then you meet Martin and Maggie just as they're coming out of the alley.
There was an
Hey,
explosion.
you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
So
gotta go,
there's
go,
a
go.
bit of a situation.
Where?
Maggie blew up the car.
Okay, that's what we heard. Okay,
and
okay.
there's like yelling coming from the
Oh, no.
the back alley.
Oh.
Hey, you can't just do this. Hey, come back here.
Do I see a place we could like get out of sight, like at or behind something?
Not right here.
Okay. Like, I mean, like, I'd be happy to like run with them for a bit, but I want to get to a place where we could teleport to somewhere where they will not come and find us, but they might like an alley or something they could follow us into.
Mm.
But
Can I give you some advice?
Sure.
Someplace they would not look for you would be inside.
Sure. Yeah. But do we see like a way to get inside right now?
Not without using your powers.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to
Oh,
physically
okay.
get to a place where I can teleport to inside the van.
Gotcha. Okay. if you move quickly enough around the corner, there is like there's like, I don't know, like a piece of the wall that sticks out a little bit too far. That you could like.
I'd have like a second to.
Yeah, there's like a gas meter there or something, and you could like hunker down there for a moment, and no one would probably see you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get you two out of here, okay?
Yeah.
So they can't chase you.
Let's
go
go.
over here.
Okay.
So we go, and I'm gonna try to teleport all of us into the van.
Okay.
So this is using my move Angel Wings. You can go
some
instantly to
dice.
anywhere you visited before, or to a person you know well. We're going to the van.
I can't believe.
When you carry one or two people with you, these two roll plus weird.
Okay.
So I will do
Also,
that now.
maybe add a +1.
+1 because you did give.
Because you asked me for advice on if you should go, and I did give it to you. And,
Good call.
All right, that is a 7. So on a 7 to 9, you are either all separated or you all appear in the wrong place.
Oh, you gotta.
Oh wait, sorry. No, +1, so 8. So it's still a 7 to 9. What the hell? So yeah, we either all appear in the wrong place or we're separated.
Okay.
It's just a random dude, by the way.
I mean, do you have something already? Because I have.
Do you have
I have a suggestion.
Okay. What's your suggestion?
I get them to the van, but I'm still in that spot. They definitely saw us disappear behind. Is that bad enough?
You're all in Glasgow.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I think here's what I think happens. I think you when you teleport, you get to the parking garage.
Okay.
But you teleport right in front of the booth attendant.
Gotcha.
And
are they looking right at us?
Yeah.
Are
you guys part of the show?
Yes.
Martin is like,
And I elbow Martin. Martin's a charming lad, right? Because we are not, if I remember right. I elbow him as if to say, "Hey, Martin, please talk us out of this."
Yeah. Martin raises a hand. And the booth attendant's eyes glow white for a minute. And they turn back to what they were doing. And he said, I'm sorry, I panicked.
What did you just
do?
fucking do?
That was pretty
I mean,
cool.
I think she's fine.
Okay.
What did you do, though?
Magic.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not paying attention to us anymore.
All right, let's go back to the van real quick, please.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're probably looking for us where we were, so let's make sure we take a path that will not walk into them. Let's be safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Keely, by the way, has no idea what's going on because.
I'll text her.
Oh, of course.
Keely.
Were people like running around? Like, were they scared because of like sound like a bomb went off?
It didn't sound like a bomb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
it was more like a
loud clang.
It was like a car accident sound. Like it was more like that. So people are definitely like looking around, like looking for what happened, but nobody is like running out of line. And number one, because it didn't sound like a bomb or like a gunshot or anything like that.
Yeah.
But number two, these people appear to be very invested in the show that they are attending.
Okay. I'm gonna text. So when I was saying I was texting Sheilin, I'm texting Sheilin that I sensed some magic stuff.
Cool.
In Henry Sweezel's trunk, and also that Henry Sweezel is alive, and I'm positive, like almost positive, that he had died in the dirge.
He was at least declared dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm giving that information, and I'm gonna say like maybe like let Mrs. know as like a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He texts back and says, "Okay." Period.
One of those.
Capital T. Thank you for the information. Period. We will look into it. Period.
Nice. No heart or nothing. No like kissy face.
Susanna kind of turns to you. She's like, "Do you know what that was?"
I actually don't know exactly what that was, but
you know sort of what it was?
Maybe.
It sounded like a car crash or something, right?
It did kind of sound like a car crash.
Where did your friend run off to?
Toward the car crash, I think. She's a very...
Was she a part of the car crash, do you think?
No, it happened before she went back there. She's just, like, really invested in helping people, so...
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
I mean, it's like she has a calling. or something. What do you mean, yeah, you get it? Or you got something like that?
Well, I'm here to protest
Sure,
on
sure,
my
sure.
own. So,
That's true. Well, not anymore. Not alone.
are you? Oh, you want to help?
I do want to help.
Well, okay.
Wait, hold on. Before we get too far, Susanna.
Susanna.
I'm
You
sorry.
can call me Susanna.
No, Susanna's fine. Do you like Susanna? Is that what you prefer to be called?
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
I will call you Susanna. Susanna.
What was your name?
My name was Keely. Not Kelly. Keely.
Keely.
Keely. Keely.
Like Keel Hall.
What?
The Keel Hall.
Mm-hmm.
It's what pirates used to do to people. Never mind.
Keel Hall?
Yeah.
Man. Oh, I thought they just keeled all, you know. All right. Susanna.
Yeah.
There might be some dangerous magical stuff going on, and if you're going to go in there might be something that's going to be able to cause you some kind of harm in a supernatural sort of way. I just thought that you should know that.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you be more clear?
Yeah, I can be super specific. So I used to I used to live at this hotel, and there was a creepy dude in it. And then
Why were you living at a hotel?
Well, because I moved away from home because I was like, I need to get out and do something. Then my car broke down, and the only
Wait. Did you say magical?
Yeah. No, I said magical. Yeah.
That's good. You almost got me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, but I mean it though. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just be careful though,
All right, I will.
because it could hurt you.
Are you flirting with me?
Well, I don't know. I'm not intending to.
All right, Keely.
Susanna.
And we cut back.
So we're making our way back.
You get a text
carefully.
from me.
Oh, yeah, I got a text.
Oh yeah.
You get a text from me. It says, "Blew up car. Holy shit. We're okay though."
On our way back.
On our way back.
Yeah, I guess where should we be going to right now? 'Cause we probably can't just go back to the line.
I think we gotta go to the van, until everything calms down.
Sure.
I'm gonna text you back.
Oh.
Did anyone see you?
Yes.
Do we want to try to teleport to the van or just walk there?
Ooh.
So we could try to teleport again.
Probably walk because
Just be safe.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I respond and I say, it's times like these where I wish you were still bit by the angler hound.
I'm gonna send this the the shocked face.
Martin says, so we're just gonna wait it out, or?
Yeah, we just gotta hang out in the van until things calm down and they forget about us.
I mean, did you find anything in the back of the car?
No.
Anything that could have given off, like what Keely was talking about, the magic?
There wasn't anything in there. It was
Nothing?
nothing was in there.
Well, he must have taken it out already then, right?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
was Henry there?
No, it was empty. There was like a couple files, and then I blew up the car. So
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, sorry.
I was just in line. We met a lovely girl named Susanna. She's here to protest. I think her and Keely are hitting it off.
Oh. Good.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
So they're having a good time at least.
Keely's really getting around.
They
Good
didn't
for her.
really get. Yeah, absolutely. They didn't. I don't think the people chasing you got a good look at me. I could maybe go back and look around some more if that's something we want to do. But I'm happy to just hang out here with you guys and Earl.
I feel like we need to get back to Keely, right?
Yeah, I don't know how soon you'll be able to.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
When we were waiting in line, what did people look like?
Black. Wearing lots of black and skulls and goth.
Sure.
And most people were wearing makeup.
Yeah.
Of some kind.
Yeah.
Whether it was like eyeliner or lip gloss or whatever.
So like
very much your crowd.
So I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So maybe just
Yeah.
we need to look a little more like you, and
Well,
you
they
look
didn't
like
see
a
you
different.
guys.
Oh, that's true. Not very
Well, they
well,
saw
at least.
Martin, maybe.
Do you?
Can we
Martin,
make Martin
can I
look
put
dumb?
makeup on you, Martin?
Oh, can I get my lipstick to help?
Yeah.
Okay, Henrietta disappears and comes back with a tube of it's like a very dark blue lipstick.
Yeah.
That like she doesn't remember where she got, and she will offer that information, but she has it, and it is also a little wet.
Great, I'll take that.
So I love that everything's a
Are
little
we
wet.
in the van already?
Yeah, I would
okay,
say so.
Martin, I can put makeup on you, right? It's for disguise.
Okay. Just, yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
It'll bring out your eyes.
You're going to look so good, Martin.
I'm very excited.
How close to the front of the line am I now?
You have barely moved.
Barely moved? Okay. Oh man, this line really is not getting anywhere, is it?
No, it's kind of not.
Susanna, you know who that woman was that walked through that door?
Yeah, I think so. She's Namesake. She's one of the people in Namesake.
Namesake, is that like an opener?
Yeah.
How many openers they got?
Oh, it's just the one.
Just the one?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's on the poster, and she points to one of the posters that are like on the outside.
Yes, it is. I'm just gonna tear one off.
You can't. They're behind glass.
Oh, I'm just gonna.
I could get it.
Okay, so I'm gonna study that poster.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
It's like big letters, like silky and the solutions, and then opener. It says Namesake, and it's like a picture of like the whole band at like the height of their fame, like
Cool.
doing like a hero pose for Silky with a light behind him, like just like screaming into the crowd.
Oh yeah, I bet they don't look like that no more.
Yeah, I think that picture was taken in like 2001.
Jeepers Christmas.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this line really doesn't seem to be moving at all.
I mean, what's the other option?
You want to come with me?
Where?
We're gonna go that door. I start going toward the door.
She like there's like a pause, and she like turns to the person in front of her, and she's like, "Hey, I gotta run to the restroom. Can you just like save the spot?" And he's like, "Fuck no." And she is like debating it for a minute, and
Wait, I'll come back over. I'm like, hey, if you don't save this spot, I'm gonna kick your ass. So save the spot for her, okay? She just has to go to the bathroom. What are you, fucking heartless?
the guy's like, "Whoa, okay, calm down."
All right.
And he's like gives her a nod, and she follows you.
And he turns sideways so he takes his spot. Puts his elbows out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back over. It's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Because I mean, like, I can't for sure get us in. So sorry for putting you on the spot like that.
I mean, that's okay. I'm always up for an adventure.
All right, cool. And we go up to the door. I'm like,
There's like a beat, and it's like a beat longer than when the other woman walked up, and then the door like cracks open, and there's a person standing behind it. He is a larger man. He looks to be like Middle Eastern maybe, and he says, "Hey, sorry, you gotta wait in line like everyone else. Sorry." Sorry. It's a sold out show. We can't give special treatment.
oh, sorry. I'm here with Henry.
With who?
Henry Sweezel.
Don't know who that is.
Do you have a list or something?
Well, I got the names of the band members.
Names of the band members, so you don't know Henry Sweezel? Henry told me to meet over here. I couldn't get a parking spot close enough because all the other
Listen,
cars.
sorry, I don't know who that is, and I gotta get back.
Wait, hold on. And I'm gonna give an exact physical description of Henry.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It looks like a lot of people.
Looks like a lot of people. All right, okay. I mean, I suppose that's fair. Well, here's the deal. We're carrying some very precious cargo for Silky and Solutions in our car, the car that Henry arrived in, and then I also have some more stuff. I'm carrying the merch, a little bit of the leftover merch, and
Where?
in my car, in my vehicle. I couldn't get in close because the tour. Well, I don't know that. I couldn't get in close. Hold on. I couldn't get in close because all these people are around. I mean, like, and also there was no street parking.
I want you to roll manipulate someone.
And the last thing I want to say is, like,
Okay.
also the infrastructure of this building's terrible, and the way you got everything laid out sucks.
He said, "Yeah, I know. I've brought it up with management before, and they're just not willing to invest in anything."
That's gonna be an 8.
Cool. On a 7 to 9 for manipulate someone, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. If you ask too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, it would take for them to do it. He said, "You're with Silky.
I'm with Silky.
Can you name 3 songs off the Dreamscape?"
Dreamscape.
That's
I can name their entire discography.
all right. Fine. Listen, if anyone asks, it was not me who let you in here, and if you do something bad, I mean, like, don't
Hey.
fuck this up for me.
Yeah, I'm
like,
not gonna fuck it-
I'm not getting.
I'm not
much
here
more...
to ruin your job. You're like.
Well, don't ruin anyone's
I'm
job.
not gonna ruin anyone's job. Hey, and here's a thing for the future. If you're trying to make sure that someone actually knows who Silky is, don't start with Dreamscape. Everybody knows Dreamscape. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's it. Dreamscape's it.
Oh. Yeah, you don't know about the new shit, huh?
Musicians, and he opens the door.
And then I'm gonna lean over to Suzanne. I'm like, do you think there's new shit?
She's like, well, it says there's new shit on the poster.
That's right. Okay, good. I'm glad I studied that poster. So I can answer the question. All right. Yep. All right. Here we go.
Okay, he lets you in.
Nice.
Nice.
So you are let into kind of like the backstage area. Let me tell you what that looks like. It is littered with mirrors, racks, bins, and burnt cigarette butts. It doesn't look like a particularly prestigious place. It's kind of dark. As the door swings shut, your eyes like take a moment to like adjust to the interior. And you are like behind the main stage. Do you have something else you want to do?
Nope.
Okay, let's cut back to these folks.
And done.
Yeah, I look pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You look. Hold on. You look wonderful. Try it again.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Thank you.
I'm
going to also put a little heart under my eye here and
Okay.
change my hair a little bit.
Cool.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say, hey Henrietta,
Yo.
can I add some makeup on you too? Like just a little, like one little thing.
Sure.
I'm gonna put a little starfish next to your eye.
Oh, it's like visible, like just outside of
Yeah,
his
yeah,
ear.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Little starfish.
That's a good
Thank
touch.
you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Can we go back to the magic and the monsters now?
Yeah, we gotta go stand in line.
You get a text
Oh.
that says, "I'm inside. I snuck in."
Oh
Oh.
my god, Keely
Oh.
snuck in.
She's in already?
Tell her to get to a private place. I can teleport to her, and then that's a place I can teleport to.
Oh snap! I'm texting that back.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm texting like this.
All right. Okay.
Is that your friends?
Yeah, that's my friends. Actually, you know what? I know. Is there a curtain or something?
Yeah.
You know what? I think there's a secret way in from over here. I saw from the outside. You mind if I let them in really quick?
Sure.
Cool. It's behind this curtain. I want to be real inconspicuous about this, so just stay right here.
Okay.
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 I'm gonna go behind the curtain.
Okay. Do what you're gonna do first, and then I want to tell you where you are.
Oh no. My plan was to step behind the curtain, send the text that said like, "Okay, come now," because I didn't want them teleporting in front of Susanna.
Okay. So here's what
She
I'm
knows
gonna say.
magic's real.
You send that text right as you
Oh, you got me.
walk out onto the main stage.
Oh,
And
no.
there's like stagehands that are like rigging like the wiring, but you are standing like behind the instruments.
Okay.
And some people like look up at you and kind of give you like a what are you doing here kind of look. And then if you want to send a follow-up text to prevent them from coming here, I need you to act under pressure.
That makes sense. Because when we get the text, we're like, okay, we might not have a lot of time. We gotta go now.
Yeah.
I have a counter.
Okay.
I'm gonna run back behind the curtain,
Okay.
just like right where Susanna is.
Okay.
If you make the roll.
Do you? Yeah.
Oh.
I can say. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wow, what a fun, interesting thing that's about to happen.
Did you roll bad?
That's a 5.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mark
so
experience, I
mark
suppose.
experience.
Golly hell.
What a fun thing that's happened.
So, Henrietta, I need you. Are you doing?
I'm doing it alone, this first
You're
one,
doing
to
it
make sure I
alone.
can get there, and
Okay.
then that's a spot I can teleport to.
Okay. Yeah. Henrietta appears on the stage, right in front of the stagehands who are looking at you, Keely. And one of them falls off the side of the stage.
Oh,
This
good.
is not a perfect.
What
Oh, good,
the
it's working.
fuck is happening?
It's part of the show. Calm down.
I rigged the show. I know that's not part of the show.
It's a new thing Silky wanted to add last minute. If you want to say something about it, take it up with him.
Manipulate someone.
Henrietta's going like this. Can I help?
Yeah, you can help out.
I'll
Well,
find-
see
I'm
what
gonna find
Keely
if I need
rolls
to,
first.
yeah.
What is that? Manipulate a person?
Yeah.
9.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, on a 7 and 9, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. Well, I mean, like, come help us rig then. We need all the help we can get.
That's a good point. I will do that.
Good idea.
Cynthia,
Mm-hmm.
your work here is done. The trapdoor worked perfectly.
Cool.
I mean,
I'm
clearly,
glad.
clearly. So if you could just go backstage, get to the green room and everything, and just chill until the show starts.
The green
There's
room.
gonna be someone back there who knows some stuff.
Okay.
Just be completely candid and talk
Cool.
with that person.
And my name is Cynthia.
And your name is Cynthia.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
And I'm gonna help with the rigging.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Hey, just so you know, I have read about this.
About rigging
Yeah.
for shows? Cool. Has Keely at any point ever,
Keely was in a band.
Keely was in a band. What was
Keely-
the band called?
The band was called Only Once.
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Because we only played one show.
Okay, Henrietta, you walk back behind the curtain, and Susanna is standing there. She's like on her phone.
And there's no one else around?
No, she
Fucking
looks
cool.
up. She's like, "Hey, you're not gonna throw me out, right?"
No. I'm not going to throw you out.
You're-
but
wait,
I am
no,
going
you're-
It's me. I know you don't recognize me with the cool new tattoo, but it is me.
Did you Is there someone on the street doing that, or?
There's a lot going on, and you're going to see some of it. Okay.
Okay. Where's
So-
Keely?
She's busy. I'll be right back. I want to make before I actually do this. What I should be teleporting them to here behind the curtain, if I understood Keely correctly, right? Cool.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. This is what's going to happen. I mean, you said someone who knows some things, so she's saying that like, okay, cool. She's in the know.
Yeah.
So I am going to be cool. Okay. Don't make any noises. Don't move. I'll be back. You'll be safe. Everything's fine. Okay.
Okay. Is this like a sex thing?
Oh,
No.
Okay. Okay. Remind me what it looks like when Henrietta teleports.
It looks like she just dissolves into water, but now there is no water left where she
Okay.
is. Maybe like a drop, but
Okay.
like I'd say yeah, a drop. She comes
And it
into a
just
single
falls to
drop.
the floor.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Keely.
Mhm.
You are assisting some people with the rigging of the show. It looks like they're just about done. They're setting up a couple of one guitar and one bass. It looks like right now, and just like making sure everything is right, like taping down chords and all that kind of stuff. What are you doing?
I'm actually gonna be like, helping like gaff down maybe to like put some cable troughs in, like run the cable through it. But while I'm doing it, I want to be like looking for anything magical or like seeing if there's like some runes or scribes or stuff. Because I'm like having Henry be here
Mm-hmm.
has made me very concerned, especially with like the magic that was in the trunk.
Cool.
And that kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to make sure. Also, it's so weird that Silky and the Solutions is doing a show again.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
So
So let me describe the main stage area.
Okay.
The main staging area is tall, taller than you'd expect from the fairly nondescript exterior of the Hades. A set of stairs straight ahead lead above and behind you into a small balcony with recessed booths looking out over the stage. The stage itself is raised a couple of feet above the main entryway and disappears back on either side into a curtain, which you've already discovered on your own. The instruments are already all laid out, stagehands wheeling out amps and finishing the last of the wiring. Bathing it all in a neon red glow, hovering just in front of the curtain, is a gigantic sign with lettering like a slasher film. There's no mistaking who will be playing tonight. Your eyes catch on the jagged edges as you read each of them. Silky and the Solutions.
Yeah.
The sign kind of flickers a little bit.
All right. And I do want to keep an eye out for Henry as well.
Okay. Do you want to roll something? Like read a bad situation, maybe?
Sure. I was thinking that or investigate a mystery, but
either one I think could work right now.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, and I don't get anything right now because I'm not in my haven.
Mm-hmm. This is true. Oh my God,
geez.
y'all! It's good that you're getting these bad rolls out now.
But you can just stockpile. You did it last time. 5.
5? Okay. Cool. So on investigate a mystery, here's what I think happens. You just don't notice anything because the other stagehands are rushing around trying to get this all done.
Yeah.
And they need as much help as they can get.
Yeah.
So I think anytime you are pausing to look for stuff or try to investigate a little bit more, they're like, hey, come on, we need you to.
Right. Yeah. Of course. Anything to get the show on time.
Yeah. So that is what's happening. People are starting to filter in, by the way, from the main entryway. You look at your watch, if you have a watch. If you look at a clock somewhere.
I have my phone.
Okay, and it is just past 8.
Oh shoot! Doors are open. Okay.
And people have started to filter in. Cool, Maggie.
I don't know, Earl. Every time I try to do anything really small, everything just blows up in my face.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. What do you mean? Give me something, Earl.
I don't know what you want. I'm just a card.
I know. Thanks for listening. Martin's still there, right?
Yeah, Martin is banging his head on the front dashboard. It's like, can you please just make it stop talking?
No.
Please.
And then I'm gonna do through mind communication.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Martin is like, why isn't Henrietta back yet?
That's a good point. I don't know.
Oh. Hi.
Okay, you're about to meet Susanna backstage behind the curtain. Well, on stage behind the curtain, sort of. Also, my name is Cynthia now.
Uh-huh.
I might need your help this time so we don't accidentally go parking again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll to do this.
Okay.
And both of you, I think both of these characters would be able to help out with this roll since they're both magical.
Yes. Why don't you
if
roll
needed.
first?
Yeah, that's why I say may need help. And I do not need help because I rolled a 7 + 3, which is 10.
Great.
So we all show up exactly where I want, which is right in front of Susanna.
Okay. Susanna, to her credit, does not take a step back, does not falter, does not even really blink particularly hard.
Cool.
She looks back and forth between the three of you, and she says, That's neat.
Check this out. And I just put my hand through the wall a little bit. And
The
pull it
curtain?
back. No, isn't there a wall?
There's a wall on the
there's
other
curtain.
side, but you're not close to it.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not close enough to it.
Then I'll point down and just put my foot through the floor a little bit and pull it back up.
Wow.
You need to be cool about this, okay? If you're gonna hang with us and Keely.
Hey.
So, am I on acid?
I don't know. Are you? Do you have any more?
I wasn't planning on being.
Oh.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it's all real.
Okay.
Also,
okay.
it might get, I don't know how much Keely told you, it might get
So-
a dangerous kind of
So
magic in here.
Keely outside told me that something magical might happen and that I might be in danger.
Oh, this isn't that. We're here to stop the bad magic. This is all good magic.
Mostly.
Okay. So, am I in danger? of the magic?
Not of this magic. You may be in danger of her magic if she loses control of it, but just don't be in her blast radius. We're more worried about what Henry Sweezel might be doing, though.
And Martin steps forward and he's like, yeah, and my magic is the biggest of all of them.
Oh yeah, God chosen.
Wow.
Sorry, that super came out wrong. What I mean is, I'm the chosen one. And
Come on, Martin.
Susanna is like, okay, all right.
I mean,
I need to think about this.
yeah.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Cool.
Okay.
Is
You know,
that
she likes to drink.
cool?
She would love to go with you,
Can
I'm sure.
I don't.
Oh, you want some alone time to
I
think
would
about it.
appreciate some time to absorb the information that just shattered my worldview.
Okay. You promise not to tell anybody, right?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
What does that
Just to be sure, can you find Keely on the way out and promise her you're not going to tell anybody? Because if you're lying, she'll know.
I'm not gonna do that, and that feels like an invasion of privacy.
Well, lying is an invasion of trust.
Okay, can I go?
Yeah.
Or are you
I mean,
gonna
we're not-
like?
No, you're good.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't want to hurt you at all.
Cool.
I mean, do keep in mind that there is a bad magic here, but like,
Yeah.
It's not us.
I'll be honest.
We should take your phone number, or you should take ours, just in case you need to call us. Well,
I'll get back to you on that. And she steps through the curtain.
cool.
Steps through the curtain.
Yep.
okay.
Do I see her?
Yeah, you see her. She looks like completely composed.
Oh, hi. Hi.
You I've got some weird friends, and I need a
Multiple.
drink.
Okay, okay, so Henrietta did do it.
Yeah.
You need a drink. Well, I can buy a drink if you want.
And someone from the show is like, "What are you talking about? We still have to rig all those. Look at those wires. Someone's gonna trip on those, and we are gonna get sued."
All right. Well, okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Susanna, here's my credit card. It's on me. Just go get a drink.
Okay.
It's not your name.
I don't think she is noticing details right now,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
she grabs it from you, and it's like starts stepping off the stage, and then she's like, "Can you read my mind?"
No. Why are you asking me that?
I just.
Oh. I gotta be quick because I gotta go back to those cords. I can, for some reason, there's something inside me that like tells me when people are lying. So I like know when you're lying. It's not something I can control. I'm real sorry about it if it feels like an invasion of privacy or something. But and trust me, I get it.
Thank you. And she steps into the crowd.
Okay, bye. Feel free to keep that credit card.
Yeah. Maggie, Henrietta, and Martin. What are you doing?
I think we should probably find a way out of here, right? And just I maybe
So-
want to join the crowd and see what we can learn.
Yeah, so there's a couple places you could go right now.
Yeah.
This backstage area, there's like it leads to other places.
Mhm.
There's actually like a set of stairs in the back through like this like tight hallway. There's a door that looks like it could be maybe like a green room. There's like there's a couple other places, and there's a door down sort of a longer hallway that looks like it leads outside.
Okay.
Can I, Henrietta, I think I want to, before you move, I want to try something real quick.
Okay.
Can I try to observe the green room using magic?
Fuck, yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, better. Okay, that would be 11.
11, okay. So with use magic, you don't have to take a glitch with an 11. So you, all of a sudden, your vision goes completely orange for a moment, and just like you just see like this like electric orange, and then things start kind of like fading back in, and suddenly like your it feels like your eardrums pop like when you're descending
Pressure.
from a plane, yeah, and you can hear the green room. There are two women in the green room. One of them is, well, you wouldn't. One of them is a tall blonde woman.
Okay.
It's the woman Keely saw earlier, and The other one is a white woman. Hang on, let me tell you a little bit about her. She is a smaller woman with black hair styled into a rogue pompadour with patterns etched into the sides. She has a look of utter, complete determination in her icy blue eyes that people find both intimidating and absolutely enthralling. She is talking to the like taller blonde woman, and she's saying, "Yeah, I really feel like this could be it. Like this is it. I need you to roll act under pressure."
Okay.
Yeah.
5.
5?
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you for playing right into the plot. Maggie, you feel like you are having a splitting headache. It comes out of nowhere. It feels just like a thunderbolt has hit you in the top of the head. And suddenly you are seeing flashes. You are seeing your life in Massachusetts. You are seeing like bits and pieces and flashes, and none of it makes sense. It's like watching one frame from every scene of a movie.
Yeah.
And just, you have no idea. It's all kind of blending together. And you see this woman's face several times. She has longer hair then. And for a moment, you hear the voice, an older woman's voice. And she says, "Jesse, if you leave one more time, you are not welcome back here. You are not welcome. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?" And you're back in your body, and you are laying on the floor. Hey, Maggie, are you okay?
Maggie,
What's going on?
you fell really fast. You were gonna hit your head, but I was able to help lower you. But you've been out for a
Thank
second.
you.
Did you hear anything? See anything?
There's 2 ladies in the green room,
Well,
Okay.
great. That's
just so you know.
Cool.
so we know we can strike that one off the list. That's not where Silky is, and you didn't see Henry, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Great.
I could
Okay.
really use a drink, to be honest with you. That was...
Are you okay?
Yeah,
I totally understand when the magic gets like too strong. Like sometimes it's like
Martin, I really don't think you do understand in this circumstance.
Why don't you go get a drink?
Yeah,
Martin
I'll
and I
be-
can go.
yeah.
We can see if we can snoop around for Henry, right? Because no one has seen us back here.
yeah, sure.
Can you lead us in pretending like we belong here? Because I have no idea how to do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and Martin like straightens up.
Cool.
And he's like suddenly
I will
like
copy him.
yeah, he just looks like this. Like all of the sudden, he went from like being like kind of okay, I'm just plodding along to like chosen one
Sure.
look in his eyes. And Susanna is like, okay, no, Susanna's at the bar. Never
Mhm.
mind.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Losing track. Okay, Keely, you have just finished.
Great.
With all of the settings, all of the stagehands are kind of moving back into that
All right,
back area.
Danielle, Rito, I expect to see you later. Tear down.
Shit. Danielle and what?
Rito.
It's short for Dorito. Their favorite snack.
And Rito. Okay. They are he, him, she, her. Okay, cool.
Up to you.
Alrighty. They kind of like wave at you. And Rito says, "Hey, why aren't you wearing black?"
Oh, because I'm not gonna be up here. I wasn't supposed to be up here while people were in the venue, but I guess like things took a little bit longer rigging wise. Yeah, I'm just supposed to be backstage, like helping out with the talent in the green room and everything.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll see you.
So yeah.
And they both wander back into the back just as Maggie comes out, I guess. And I don't think I want to avoid people just wandering back and forth across the stage.
Yeah.
So I think there is like a small like area that you could come out and conceivably,
Okay.
like
Cool.
go down.
Yeah. Like little steps.
Yeah. So, but Keely, you do see her come out from behind the curtain.
What's up,
Bar.
bar? Oh, okay.
Going to bar.
I'll go with you. I need to go find Susanna anyway.
Alright.
Okay.
We should clarify, at a lot of venues sometimes they'll have like a curtain on the stage while they're working on it to mask
Sure.
the work. Would that be happening here? Or is it open and they're seeing like the rigging
Good
being
question. I think if the rigging had taken any longer, then they would have like had a curtain.
done? People
But,
just
like-
saw like the last bit, so now it's probably the backstage stuff they left for
Yes.
last anyway. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so we'll start heading toward the bar. We're gonna like go through the curtain that's like blocking off, and then we're going into the crowd, like, whatever. Or the off to the side section.
Cool. This crowd is it's getting really, really packed. This venue is not huge. Like it is somewhere between a black box theater and a real stage, like an actual venue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like somewhere in the middle of that.
Cool. Are you all right? You look bad. I mean, you look great, but you look like some just like knocked you over the head, like you got hit by a truck or something.
Mhm.
When that car blew up, did it hurt you?
No.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I have a headache.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
All right. And
Which
alcohol will
which
take
you
care
would know
of it?
is a lie.
Or-
By the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's true. I wouldn't know that. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I know this is probably gonna get super annoying, and like I don't need to do it every time, but it feels like I'm lying when I don't remind you that I can tell that you're lying.
Right.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, right.
If I can
Forget
figure out how to
about
shut it off, I would.
Yeah, I don't know. Keely, I tried to look into the green room and there were two ladies in there, and for some reason my brain basically exploded and I saw a lot of flashes of memories.
First
So
the car and now your brain. Huh.
yeah, drink is where I'm going.
Wait, need I remind you you're underage?
Uh-huh.
And also you snuck in, so you didn't show nobody your ID. No, you snuck in, so you didn't show nobody your ID. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you a wristband.
Thank you. Wow. Yeah,
Alright, cool.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, like, don't get, like, schlockered, but, like,
We'll see.
whatever. I mean, like, psh.
Yeah,
I started drinking when I was, like, 15 years old, so I can't say nothing.
you did. You snuck in here too, by the way, I noticed.
Well, I know. If I'm being completely honest, I was tired of waiting in line, and also I kind of wanted to impress someone, so.
Yeah, I think Keely might have a little rebel bone in her little body.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
Yeah, all right.
You've arrived at the bar. There's only one bartender.
Oh my
And
god.
she is having
Oh,
a bad
no.
night. She
Please
is
back
like
up.
running back and forth along the bar, like trying to like fill orders and like take cards and like just. I mean, it looks like a fucking nightmare.
Are we at like 500 people in here, would you say? More than that?
Somewhere in that
Okay.
range, yeah.
I want to try and find a wristband for Maggie.
Okay. Roll something. Roll. Actually, why don't you roll?
just roll like manipulate wristband?
Yeah, why don't you roll manipulate someone?
8.
8. Okay. So on a 7 to 9, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. Yeah. So tell me the person you go up to.
Can I find someone who was like checking IDs at their door or whatever?
Sure. Yeah. You kind of like wade through the crowd and get back to them.
Okay. I got this. Don't worry. I go up and I'm like, hey, I just tried to get a drink from the bar and they wouldn't let me because I don't have a wristband. Sorry, it must have been there were a lot of people coming through. So can I just show you my ID right now and you can give me a wristband?
Yeah. Let me see.
All right.
And the person doing security there kind of like takes it. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Thank you.
And he hands you a wristband.
Right. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna go back and
Cool.
because I realized I also snuck in, so I wouldn't have
Yeah.
done this. So and I go back and I'm like, here you go.
Thank
I don't need a drink
you.
tonight. I wanna keep on the lip.
Try to do the thing where you put it on yourself, but it's like kind of hard.
They use your mouth.
Yeah, right.
You see Susanna a little ways down the bar, kind of like jostling for a position, like trying to like order, like flag down the bartender and like order something.
Oh, Susanna. Susanna has a credit card. So if you want a drink, we're gonna have to.
Alright, cool. Let's go.
Okay.
Cool.
We're gonna go over and try to get in position as well.
Great. Cool. let's cut back to Henrietta and Martin.
Cool.
Martin is like full shoulders straight back, like just
Henrietta
marching
too.
you through this area.
Yeah.
And you kind of go past the green room door, and he's like, okay, so up the stairs?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And he starts going up the stairs, and then just like gets to the top, there's a door, and just opens it.
Ooh.
And he's like, hey, hello. There is a single person sitting in this room. So let me describe it real quick. The room is quiet and closed off, surprisingly small, with an errant couch that looks like it might collapse if you fell into it, and a small circular wooden table. The walls... Oh no, I'm reading the wrong one. Oh no! Oh no!
Well, that's our room.
A small cramped room with one window whose shades appear permanently sealed closed. Filing cabinets butt up against framed posters of famous musicians, most of which are signed by the offhanded scribble of stage management, instead of the flowing ribbons of the stars themselves. The walls are painted a dark green that looks like it might emulate a forest, or it might want to emulate a forest, but really just makes the room feel small and hot. An ancient brown couch dominates one wall, and a gigantic wooden desk barely avoids blocking the door. On it sits an iMac with more dust than working components.
And there's one person in here?
There's one person sitting at the iMac, and they look startled as Martin barges in.
Oh, this isn't... I'm sorry, we're looking for Mr. Sweezel.
What?
Henry Sweezel. He said he'd be at the top of the stairs. Did he not mean these stairs?
No. Who the fuck
I'm
is
sorry,
Henry
we don't
Sweezel?
need
Get
to
out of the
worry.
office. Where?
Yeah,
Who are
sorry.
you?
No, you're right.
And Martin is like standing there. He's like, no, Henry Sweezel. It's the Henry guy. And
He's with Silky?
this what?
He's
Wait,
with Silky?
I thought you said he's a selfie.
No.
It's like, whoa. This guy.
Hey, you named the arc,
This
bro.
person. Yeah, I know. I did that on purpose.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
This person sitting behind the computer, it's just like, dude, get out of my office. Get the fuck out.
Okay, sorry.
And
Gosh.
Martin kind of like drops back into like low shoulder mode, and then like steps back out with you and closes the door.
Cool. Wow, extremely rude.
Yeah, what was their deal?
I don't know. I don't want to talk to them anymore. Let's go find Henry Sweezel.
Okay. Back
Can
down
I-
the stairs. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually want to try to, see if I can sniff him out, because I, have met him before, so I have to, remember that scent, and,
Okay.
maybe tie it to a faint scent I got from the car when we were near it.
Sure.
So it's
Okay.
definitely a difficult-ish thing, but, I want to see if I can do that.
Okay. Why don't you roll something?
Can I act under pressure? Since this is like a... Because, I can do, there aren't any questions under either of the sharp moves that, necessarily give me this. There's where did it go? Could be where is he?
Here's what I'm gonna say. I think Henrietta is to a point now where we've established in previous arcs, if she tracks things, she already knows how to do that.
Sure.
She is a Selkie, and she has spent time hunting things in the ocean
yeah.
and stuff. So I think she just kind of picks up on that scent. What I'm gonna say is roll me 2d6 to see how well you pick up on it.
Oh, actually, when I use my senses, I get a +1 for investigative mystery, so that would make sense too. So I should just do that. So I rolled an 8 +1, which would bring it to 9. Which is as if I rolled investigate a mystery, because I would have a +0 to that normally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think you pick up on Henry's scent, and it actually leads out the back door. It has come in, but then it led back out the back door.
Back to where the car and van were parked. Okay.
The car and tour bus. Yeah.
And tour bus. Yeah. Okay. And there is a door. Can we see the door that would get us to there?
Yes.
Is it guarded? Would people see us if we went through it?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, then let's get to it, and I want to just peek the very front of my face through and just look through the door.
Even before you peek through, you're going actually through the door.
Right, yeah. Okay. And I'm doing as little, so I hopefully won't be spotted, but I just want to see.
Okay. Right, even before you do that, you can hear shouting coming from outside.
Oh, okay. That's not good. Does it sound like it could be Henry's voice?
You can't tell.
Okay, cool. Then let's say I put my ear through.
Okay. You put your ear through and you hear, shit, fuck, goddamn piece of guard, what the fuck? And it is Henry's voice.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, yeah. And it's a piece of... He said car in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's mad about the car.
Yeah, I kind of figured that much.
Yeah.
I figured he would be.
Do you... Okay, he is likely to recognize all of us, but you the least. Do you think maybe you should talk to him? And, well, I don't know. What do we even want to know?
Oh, why the fuck he's alive?
Yeah, I guess, if he's even him. Like, did I hear anybody else, like, in the
You
area
didn't
there?
hear anyone, no.
Okay.
But he was also being very loud.
Now I'm gonna peek through with my eyes and see if I can see anyone else around.
Okay. It is, so the image you see, the Renaissance painting, is Henry, like, pulling his hair out, like, staring into this, like, popcorned trunk of his car. Yeah. And just, like, losing his mind. You don't see anyone else outside.
Okay. Do you have a phone? I don't remember, Martin. Do you have a phone?
No.
Okay, well, then we're on our own, Martin. I say we just talk to him. You know, we're cool. We just want to know what's up. And if it goes bad, well, I can grab him and you and teleport us to the van where we can really talk to him and he won't be able to do anything, right?
Okay, yeah, no, that sounds fair.
Cool. Well, let's go. And Henrietta opens the door.
Okay.
To go out back.
Yeah, you two step outside and
Also, I just as a reminder, if maybe you haven't been remembering, or just for the audience, you're all wearing makeup.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just got the starfish, but he is for sure.
Yeah.
But I have sunglasses on, and like
Yeah.
I'm carrying myself differently. I'm dressed different. Yeah.
You exit the back door. Who is first, Martin or you?
I open the door to let Martin walk out first.
Okay, so Martin walks out first, and Henry like turns to look as the door opens.
Cool.
He sees Martin first, and there's like no, like he just looks livid at like his situation, and then he sees you. And there is just a flash of recognition.
Cool. I'm like, oh, hi. Oh, sorry, we heard yelling. We actually, she's gonna try to disguise her voice a little bit. She's like,
Okay.
oh, I'm sorry. We heard some yelling. I just wanted to see if you were okay.
Yeah.
My name is Cynthia. You're looking at me strangely. I look like someone, don't I? I get this all the time.
Yeah.
Is something wrong? Oh my goodness, your car. What happened to your trunk, young man?
It exploded.
No, really, what happened to your trunk? Things don't just explode.
And Martin kind of steps forward and he's like, yeah, I mean, can we help you out with it a little bit? I mean, maybe we can fix it up. And when he steps forward, Henry takes a step back.
Oh, hey, it's okay. We're just here to be helpful.
Yeah. I gotta go fix my car.
Go, boy, your car's right here.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Yeah. It's
Wait a
nice
moment.
to meet you.
Hold on. I read about you. You're Henry Sweezel, aren't you? Wait a moment. Oh my goodness, you died. How is this possible? My goodness.
Martin is just like head in his hands, just like, oh my god. And Henry says, yeah, okay.
What, are you going to answer me? I know I'm a stranger, but it's a simple question.
And he disappears.
Oh, shit. I think he's well, I don't have to do that anymore. I think he's a monster. Or something. I'm gonna test if I know Henry well, which I doubt I do. I'm gonna try to teleport to Henry. Do I even get a line? Would you say I know him well after this?
I don't think you know
yeah,
him well
I don't
enough
think
to
I do.
this.
Okay, yeah. So I don't go anywhere, I think. I just don't have a place to go to. Well, we should probably report.
Act under pressure.
Okay. It is plus cool, right?
Yeah.
11 plus 2, 13.
Cool.
love
You
these dice.
then get right out of the way as Silky and the Solutions storm out of the tour bus, carrying
Okay.
instruments.
Cool.
They brush completely past you and Martin, and go into the venue. And yeah, I mean, it is like single-minded, like, okay, we're on game faces now.
Okay, well, I don't know about you, Martin, but to me that tells me the tour bus is now empty. So I think I want to take a look around in there. Yes.
I think that's a good idea.
So did we get to Susanna?
Yes.
Oh, Susanna.
I haven't had a drink yet. I'm really
Yeah, you're processing.
No,
You're
I'm
dealing
not
with a
processing.
lot.
I've already processed. Magic is real. I get it. I understand.
Okay.
What I'm working on now is trying to figure out how to save everyone in this place from magic.
Well, okay.
Wow.
We don't know what's going on yet. We're hunters.
Yeah, can we get alcohol over here now,
Hey,
please?
Can I do that like that southern like 2-finger whistle?
Sure.
Just I can't, William, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna like.
The waitress looks up, and she gives you like a dirty look.
Wait. Actually, you want some help? I read about this. I can bartend.
Roll manipulate someone.
11.
She
It just works. You don't even. It's 11, baby.
She looks at you and she's like, "Yes, please, God, get behind this fucking counter."
All right, you got an apron? I'm gonna just like hop over.
Okay, yeah.
And the first thing I'm gonna do is gonna turn to Maggie and Suzanne and be like, "What'll it be?"
Vodka.
Great.
Whiskey.
Awesome. And I'm gonna just start doing.
Okay. Do
You want me to roll?
No, you know how to
my
bartend.
favorite hunt so
Great.
far, you guys.
Yeah,
Oh my
this is
God.
fun.
This is what it feels like to do like an RP part of a video game that has like, you know, role-playing sections and combat sections.
Yeah.
But it's like a tabletop game.
Yeah. I cannot believe.
Wow.
I cannot believe that worked
That's
either.
incredible.
Okay, so yeah, customers are trying to get your attention now. Susanna is with you, Maggie, and she's like, so how do we? What is the magic that's gonna be bad?
I don't know.
So why are you here?
I know that there's bad magic here, and I have to stop it.
How? Okay. So okay. How many What is the likelihood that a place has bad magic? Because it feels like you can't be everywhere at once. Are there tons of you? Are there just so many? Are all the fucking
I'm
movies
sorry.
and shit real?
Why are you using you like that?
Well, you're one of the magic people.
Like, oh wow. Okay.
It's a compliment. You're a magic user. That's pretty fucking cool.
Thank you. I agree. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of us. I guess maybe. I don't know. Why are you asking all these questions? I thought you wanted a drink.
Do we have the drinks?
Yeah, you
yet?
got the drink.
Okay, she just
Maggie's the best first date ever.
she just drinks the entire thing and then sets it down and like pushes it like, one more, please. Cool.
I will match that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll come over and I'll do that again. Vodka, whiskey, boom, boom,
Thank you.
and I go back to getting other people's orders and stuff.
Okay. She says, okay. She like does like downs the whole next thing. She's like, I'm processed. I'm processed already. I'm already processed.
Great.
But they aren't. And she points out, and there's like so many people in this place. It is standing room only. Like completely packed.
Yeah, that's a good point there, Susanna. Was it Susanna?
Yeah.
Can I read a bad situation?
Sure. I think that's a great idea.
Hell yeah.
What's the best way to protect these 500?
Oh my
God.
god! What did you roll? What is that, a 7 though? Because of
Here, use those next time. It's been rolling great for me.
No, I'll roll my other one.
Okay, good.
Oh my
is
god.
that a 7 because of your weird?
It's sharp. To read a bad
Oh
situation.
fuck.
Sharp.
Yeah.
So no, that would be a fucking 4 actually. Excuse my.
Okay.
Oh, crazy God.
Okay.
Yeah, banish those dice.
Okay. Here's what happens then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a hard move on you. Someone taps you on the shoulder, and you turn around, and it's Henry Sweezel, and he says, "You're not supposed to be here." And then you hear over the intercom, "Please welcome to the stage our opening act, Namesake." And you see, Maggie, your Aunt Jessie walk onto the stage. Next time on Monster of the Week.
Wait, really?
Oh, what?
Oh my god,
What time is
you're
it?
right. I was so enraptured, I had no idea.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
And we're going to investigate the tour bus, and you're a bartender now. This is so fun.
Hey,
God.
thank you so much for watching this episode of Monster of the Week. It has been a lot
my
of fun.
God, yeah.
I'm really enjoying this arc so far. I'm very excited to get home and read any comments that we got. And stick around. The next 2 Wednesdays are going to be the remainder of this arc, and then we have more after that. And if you like this, there's more of it on YouTube already. It's called QueueTimes in a playlist called Monster of the Week.
This is the least ready I've been for one of these sessions to end.
Yeah, I know.
I want to keep it going. Can we another hour? Another hour.
One more hour.
Well, it's Saturday. Come on.
It's
I know. I know.
Well, the YouTube video might come on on Saturday.
Yeah, it's true. Thank you so much. There's been a couple people that have been commenting on the VODs on YouTube. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. I literally check like probably every other day to see if there's new stuff. I love hearing that people liked it or didn't like it. I just love hearing about what you thought of the show, what your favorite moments were, and how where you think this arc is going. There's been a lot of setup and not very much payoff so far in this arc. So
Well, we're not even halfway through yet, so.
we will have to see what happens in the coming 2 weeks. Real quick, just thank you again to QueueTimes and to Evil Hat Productions for this game. Monster of the Week is fantastic. I just purchased the Tome of Mysteries expansion for it, which is wonderful. You absolutely need to go pick it up if you like this game. There's new playbooks. There's sort of some guides to running a game. Even like there's one that's about running a game at like lunch during work. And like how you can make that work as a running game. It's very, very cool. You should go pick it up.
Also, not a sponsor.
Yeah, not sponsored, but they're cool.
So you know.
They're cool people. And thank you to my cast for taking this dive with me.
Doing it again,
Loving
baby.
it.
Doing it again.
I have been your keeper, Sam Richardson. You can find me on Twitter and tweet all of your current theories about what the fuck is going on at Laggardson, Laggardson.
I'm Jonas. Sorry, I was thinking about Henrietta's safe haven. And you can find me on Twitter talking about your safe haven or Henrietta's or my own, honestly, at Jonas Newhouse on Twitter.
Great. I have been William, playing Keely, expert, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at kwilliamwhite. You can also find me here on QueueTimes Twitch channel and their YouTube channel where all the VODs are posted. I do a show every Tuesday evening, 6:30 PDT, called Hijinks and Handlebars. It is an actual Play Kids on Bikes tabletop live stream. So if you don't really know what that is, if Monster of the Week is like Supernatural, then Kids on Bikes is like Stranger Things. So it's that kind of thing. It's a continuous campaign. We just wrapped up our first like big season, which was 3 full arcs, ending at around like 26, 27 episodes. And we are taking a month off of just doing like one-shots. We're still going to be streaming, so join us for those. We'll be playing D&D, we'll be playing Monster Hearts, we'll be playing Dungeon World, and one more to be determined. So that'll be a lot of fun, and then we'll start the continuation of the campaign up again August 6th. So that should be awesome. You have a month to catch up, get people involved, check that show. It's really awesome. It's so fun. Last 2 things I want to say is follow Court of Corvid on Twitter.
Oh, yes.
You can find that by going through the
Is it Court
Twitter.
of Corvid or Court of Corbits?
Court of
Corvid.
Corvid.
Yeah.
On Twitter. That is going to be putting out information for a show that Jonas and myself are both going to be on in August, give or take. It's Pathfinder 2nd Edition. and it's GM'd by Indigo, who is one of the QueueTimes. So, so that's going to be awesome. There's you can look up videos of Indigo GMing. It's great, and Jonas and I have played with him a lot, and that's awesome. And Pathfinder 2nd Edition, we did the playtest version of it. I'm excited to get back to it now that it's going to be actually released and everything. So that. Final thing I want to say, so sorry. Also, QueueTimes has a Patreon now, so check that out.
Yes. Please.
If you have the means, we would really love it, because I mean that money, I mean, it goes to making this streams better. Maybe in the future, cameras. Like hopefully, and but like the if you have the means, like that would be awesome. But again, like. Honestly, don't worry about it if it's not something that you can do financially. We still appreciate your support just by watching and commenting and everything like that. If you do feel really guilty because of what I just said, best way to curb that guilt, share us. Post it on Twitter.
Share this show, share QueueTimes, share Hijinks Nanobar, share it all, make your friends watch it. They're good shows.
All right, cool. That's it. Thank you.
Hi there. I've been Sam. I'm always Sam. And I've been Maggie, and I've been rolling terribly today. So
all of you.
You'll level up
All
next
of you.
time.
I will actually probably.
I only failed one roll this session.
I'm one
actually.
away.
Oh my God.
I am also
Oh my
one away.
God.
That's how I started.
Oh Jesus.
But yeah, and you can find me at twitch.tv/pixelsammy, and because it's summer, I'm streaming a lot more, so you should check that out.
You really should. Sam made the animated, or made the little figurines for all of our characters at the beginning of the show, which were fantastic and were like mind blowing that someone would do, like one of the players would do that. It's so cool. Follow her on Twitch.
Yeah. I love
okay.
this show.
I'm gonna play us out.
Oh yeah, let's hear that good music.
Thank you for watching Monster of the Week on QueueTimes. We will see you next week.